strangers to scandal. Opie and Anthony on satellite radio. Those hosts, Anthony Camilla and Greg Opie here.
Controversial team.
Common profanity linked to Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony apologizing for yet another raunchy gag. Opie and Anthony show. Opie and Anthony.
Is this the last straw for the raunchy radio duo?
We gotta completely take down regular radio. We gotta fucking just destroy it.
I want it like it was, where, you know, language was realistic and wrong.
Destroy it.
Sexual content is realistic, and just fucking people reacting with people is realistic.
Sit the fuck back.
I'm being a trumpeter.
I got a catchy name. Shit radio.
All right, we hit a low here.
We have contact. Oh my God, Jimmy's face is all over her pussy.
Whoa, look at how small my butthole is.
That's funny. This is shit radio.
And it fucking stinks. It stinks.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Hi, everybody. How is everyone this fine morning?
Good, boss. Good.
Is it a little warm in here? Oh, we got goddamn air conditioner.
It was really cold this morning in here.
Yeah.
So I just went.
Oh, shit.
I went all the way up. So now we got to adjust.
Now it's getting a little...
It was freezing, man.
Yeah, when you walk in,
here.
it could be freezing. The good thing is the room is a closet, so it heats up or cools off very quickly.
No, guys, I got it. It's going to be so much better for you guys over here.
Love it.
Just pleasantries, Anthony. Pleasantries for the new year.
Not even a weekend.
Pleasantries. We did not kill Gary Coleman. Let's start with that.
Poor Gary.
I think we came close to killing Gary Coleman, but we didn't actually kill Gary Coleman. There's a rumor out there.
I saw a lot of Twitters going, uh-oh.
Oh, I got killed yesterday.
What'd you do?
One guy just writes, I knew you guys would eventually kill somebody.
Oh, he's not dead.
I think we have killed a few people, but...
Is he okay?
I think so. I think he's doing better. Basically, yesterday, Gary Coleman called our radio show.
Yeah.
He was promoting midgets and mascots.
Oh, boy.
Or
we
midgets,
can't remember that.
Midgets versus mascots, I think.
Right.
Basically, the mascots have won. And he was doing our show and a bunch of other radio shows.
He's trying to get a full frontal nudity shot taken out of it or something.
Oh, really?
But I think that's just a publicity
Wait, so
thing.
no one has seen this movie yet? It's out on DVD? I thought it was in some theaters, like maybe some tiny theaters in the middle of nowhere, but
I have no clue.
So I guess the movie's such a piece of garbage that it's only on DVD. You got to buy it to see it.
Yeah.
And before it is released on DVD, he wants his penis cut out of the movie or something?
Take out of the movie, but that sounds like a way to sell the DVD. Like, he goes around saying, I'm trying to, I don't want this released. My penis is in it.
Right.
And then, people buy it because they want to see Gary Coleman's penis for some reason.
Sure.
But, wow, he was rushed to an L.A. hospital yesterday.
Well, just to give you our part of it, we were going old school and doing our Gary. Well, it kind of makes sense.
Gary Holdman on cold.
Right. Well, it was almost. It was almost on cold.
Almost.
Gary Coleman on hold bit.
Yeah.
It was a classic bit from our NEW days where we kept him hanging on for, I think it was days.
Yeah.
Then we got silly with the stupid bit.
Yeah.
But we decided we were going to just fuck with him all morning yesterday. And in between us fucking with him, I guess he was trying to do some other radio shows and
maybe a little too much work, a little stress for the poor guy. He's not in the, he's a little frail.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden he got a little woozy in his hotel room. And what was the question they were asking him? Something weird, like, what's the weather outside? And he couldn't answer.
Frightful.
So all of a sudden they said, oh boy, 911 time.
Oh, really?
And they rushed him to the hospital. And some people saying stroke, some people are saying seizure, some people are saying he's fine. Some people are saying maybe he just needed to eat.
They said they gave him a CAT scan and everything, and it came back fine.
Yeah, so he's all right now?
Apparently. Doing fine after hospitalization. It says, but about his penis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I guess.
God, poor guy.
41.
Poor Mini Earl.
Mini Earl. He really is Mini Earl.
It's Mini Earl.
Okay. And, yeah,
what was the question they asked him,
different stroke comment.
Yeah, isn't that weird that the star of Different Strokes almost had a stroke?
That's terrible.
That is a little weird.
Poor
it's
guy.
Just weird how that turns out.
But we didn't kill him.
No.
Or try to. Or
well, some people are saying that the static noise we were playing over the phone could have triggered something.
Oh, that might have done it
in his whole brain.
That cell phone too close to the microphone sound effect?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I was just checking that out, too. I'm telling you.
You think I should put a call in
absolutely.
or something?
You haven't done the breakup sex yet. It's not over yet. I mean, it's been over for what, over a year?
That didn't look bad, though, in that dress there.
But you didn't do the breakup sex.
All right,
Breakup
anybody
sex
that
ends it.
All right, here it is. Any common,
yes.
Any common friends. I know there's listeners that also know reach out. Put a little
Ann wants to know
something.
if Jill Nicolini from Channel 11 here in New York City, the traffic girl, is willing to do breakup sex with Anthony to make it official, right?
Let's go one more time.
It's called breakup sex.
Yeah. One
People
more time.
know what breakup sex is.
Let's just let it rock one more time.
You let it rock one more time, and then it's over, and then both parties could finally officially move on.
Go our own ways and move on.
Even though it's been over a year.
Yeah.
You want to hear the Gary Coleman stuff from yesterday?
Sure.
So some people, maybe you didn't hear this yesterday, are saying this could have been the cause of his situation.
Oh, God.
So,
yeah, the thing is, we're not, we're still in friggin' break. These goddamn breaks they make us do.
Yeah, it's a little nuts. We're going to talk after the break.
You doing a lot of these today, Gary?
no, I'm just doing a bunch. Trying to get the word out.
Yeah. All right. Gary. Are you near electronics or something?
That's one of those.
Yeah, I know that, but
phones. God,
are you, Gary? Gary Coleman. Gary.
Got their phone on.
Bad cell service there in L.A.
I know, God. I hate when that happens. It's usually a cell phone close to the microphone or some of the equipment.
That's weird.
Yeah,
I'm sure he'll call back after the break.
I'm sure, yeah.
Fucking assholes. So we were messing with him all morning.
Yeah.
And some people are trying to make the connection.
Yeah.
Then he called back. Gary.
yes,
God, what the F is going on?
I don't know.
It's
Are you calling
Gremlins.
No, I'm
offense.
calling from a hotel.
You're calling from a hotel?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should use the hotel phone because your cell phone is really, I don't know.
No, I'm calling from the hotel line.
You're calling from the hotel line and we're still getting that weird cell phone
worry about
static.
that.
You know, if the engineers don't fix this.
Gary.
Listen,
Where are you right now? Maybe it's some kind of interference in the hotel.
No. I need you guys' help on something.
No, I
need to get your listeners involved in this.
Gary, where are you sitting in the hotel room right now?
I'm on the phone.
No, I know you're on the phone, but there's some kind of interference. Are you near a TV or something?
No, there's nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No electronics sharing the wall anywhere.
Where are you staying at?
What the hell is that noise then? Do you hear it, Gary?
You know, I'll call you back.
All right, please call me back from another line or something, because we have some weird interference
Got a
happening.
cell phone or something, maybe?
All right?
I don't know.
All right, yeah. All right.
Who's on the background? Was that Willis?
All right, we're back live.
Yeah, someone said something in the background. I don't know what it was.
I was laughing over the clip because unfortunately, the static, I hit the button at the wrong time. You were saying, what are you staying at an Amish hotel?
Yeah, he had no electronics, he said. What the hell was going on with him?
So, some people trying to make the connection. That noise is really, really obnoxious.
Yeah, it really is.
Could that trigger something, you think?
I don't know. I know that kids would have Pokemon seizures if the lights would flash a lot. Maybe he has this sound-induced seizure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, who knows?
So
I don't know. I'm not taking the blame.
So he's doing better, and supposedly he's going to try to call our show today.
Oh, that'd be nice.
And I think in there he said, I need your listeners' help with something. I think he was going to talk about the penis thing.
Yeah, his penis. He doesn't want his penis in that movie.
You think he has a small penis?
If you have your penis in a movie and you want it taken out of the movie,
that means it's small.
I would suggest you have small penis.
You know, that's a really good point.
I would imagine you would have.
What guy doesn't want his penis out there
if you're looking large?
If it's looking impressive.
If it's plumped up.
Right. And I'm not talking hard on.
No.
It's got to just kind of look like it's just sitting there.
Naturally plump.
But you know.
Yeah.
That something's going on.
Just a
little bit's going on.
You got to have the picture taken just before it's ready to twitch. Just before it's ready to take the twitch. And then you'll look like a fucking hero.
Oh, yeah.
Once it twitches, though, then it's like, wait a minute, I think now you just, come on.
Then you just kind of look goofy.
Yeah, then it's like, come on. That's not proving anything.
Yeah. Let's say hi to Matt in Arizona. What's up, Matt?
Matt.
Hey, Opie, last year, 09 was the year of the celebrity death. I was wondering if 2010 was the year of celebrity death caused by Opie.
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, Anthony had something to do with that, too. Why do I always have to take the blame? Freaking Anthony was in there
you were
killing him, too.
Button.
Yeah, but you were killing him, too.
I was, just having a conversation.
Were you?
Yes.
I sleep well at night, man.
I did. I think I did call him a gremlin.
Yes, you did.
And
there were a few in there.
Yeah.
Let's go to Eddie in Ohio. Eddie.
How's it going, gentlemen?
Good morning, Eddie.
Gentlemen.
Hey, I don't know if y'all caught it yesterday, but when y'all first started doing that cell phone static thing, right off the bat, he said, hey, I know that button.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did kind of say, I know that button.
Did we play it while he was in studio?
I think he did know that it was a sound effect.
Oh, I want to talk to the little fella now.
That's what he said.
Poor little feller.
I want to talk to the little fella.
Put him in a shoebox, take out some nuts and bolts and whatnot. Wing nuts.
All right, Eddie. Thank you, sir.
All right, gentlemen.
All right. Coke Logic.
Ooh.
Hey, sorry. Midgets versus mascots. Mascots win.
Yeah, I think the mascots win in this case.
Yeah.
Gary Coleman is just miserable.
He is a poor guy.
I think I've turned the corner with him. I think we got to try to help the little fella out.
I feel bad for him.
You do, right?
Jesus. When he came in that day. And
he walked in here like an old man.
He couldn't even walk, really.
And you said it. He's what, 41?
41. And quite frankly, without being, too morbid about it, I don't think the guy was supposed to make it past like 20.
Oh, really?
To tell you the truth. Yeah. It was one of those, he has one of those bad diseases, kidney failure and stuff like that. And, he was little, so they put him on that show. But then it's one of those things where it's like, all right, kid can't. It's like Chubsy Ubsy back in the old Little Rascals days. He didn't live too long.
No, he
little
did
Chubsy
not.
Ubsy.
He did not. All right, well, we'll talk about the Gary Coleman thing a little more.
Borrowed time.
You think?
Yeah.
He's had a tough one too. But he just had he was a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, he was, and at a very young age.
But
so
he was the biggest TV star in the country.
Yeah, he was
for a few years. There was no one bigger than Gary Coleman for a few years.
Ironically, no one bigger. Yet he himself, of physical stature,
right,
pretty small.
Yesterday also gave us Gallagher.
Yeah, Gallagher.
I went home just laughing all day long. I can't get enough of this Gallagher. I understand a few of the faithfuls hated it.
Yeah.
In general, though, the feedback on Gallagher was really, really strong. It really was.
You know what? It doesn't have to me, here's my opinion of the whole thing. It doesn't have to be hysterically funny because I didn't think it was. I didn't think Gallagher was like, everything he said was funny.
Oh, no.
He's just so fucking weird that I was compelled to listen to his harebrained schemes, and just everything he was saying is just, he's such a weirdo.
I felt like, I love that word, weirdo.
Weirdo.
I love that word. I felt like I was just talking and looking at a lunatic for 2 straight hours.
Yeah.
He's insane. I don't know how he sleeps. I don't know if it's drugs, adrenaline. I have no idea.
I just picture him on his back staring at the ceiling, talking to himself about wacky inventions.
Right. And none of the inventions come to, what's the word? I tried it yesterday. Yeah.
No, they don't. He's just, he keeps talking about this. This one's going to pick it up. He's going to talk to the mayor about some fucking Western thing and dirt and sawdust in the street and a bar.
But his Western,
what are you talking about?
But his Western idea, I really liked because it brought me back to being a kid. I don't remember where I was, but one of these shitty, wannabe Disney places. They have the old Western show, and they come riding in on the horses, and someone gets shot and falls off the roof and hits the hay bales.
The Wild West show.
So when he was talking about it, visually, I was right there with him because it brought me back. But then I was thinking, okay, Mayor Bloomberg is going to allow Gallagher to set up an old Western show, and I think he was saying Times Square.
It ain't, Times Square.
And he needed dirt to be brought in, and they're just going to cover the streets with enough dirt to make it kind of look like an old Western town.
Hey, welcome to the Wild West Show. Fantastic. Here comes our villain. He's riding in. Look out. Oh, no. Oh, there goes our hero. Has just shot him. He fell off the top of that building.
Yes.
Wow, look at that. What do you think, people? What do you think?
Yeah.
I hate those. You obviously tell he's falling on a mat with dirt on it. The dirt and rocks bounce with him.
Or they fall just out of sight.
Yeah.
Like there's a fence in the way and he falls behind the fence, and you gotta know that there's something nice and fluffy behind the fence.
I know. They stink. I hate them.
I liked it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was going to sit there and watch that drivel in New York.
And then he came up, I don't think he brought this up on the air because we had to take breaks, unfortunately. As soon as we went to break, he just continued. So we missed out on a lot of great material for the listeners.
Yeah, he just goes on and on.
Because he's not one of those guys. During breaks, just to take you inside the show, sometimes we'll have a guest on and they'll keep talking because that's what you do as humans, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they might hit on something and me and Aunt will look at each other like, oh my God, you gotta say that on the air.
Save it for the air.
And then we go back on the air and we make believe we didn't hear it. And then we set the guy up. But with Gallagher, you know that's impossible.
You can't stop him.
So all this shit he's saying during the commercial breaks is just going nowhere. I mean, 4 people enjoyed it, unfortunately. But his view on movies was amazing. He talks about actresses and actors that take you out of the movie. And, His idea is
that wasn't on the air?
I don't know. I don't think so. His idea was simple. Every actor and every actress should be in one movie.
One movie.
One movie, and then they're known for that one movie.
Yeah, because if you watch him in another movie, you're like, I saw him in this other movie. And then you realize it's an actor.
Right.
And that the movie isn't real, and it takes you out of it.
Right.
To a certain extent. So actors can only make one movie.
Kind of like the idea. Kind of like it.
Some people suggesting he should have made one special.
Did you ever see a Gallagher special? I don't even know.
Back in the 80s, it was huge. Yeah, he was on Showtime all the time.
Was he like that during his specials? I don't remember.
He had the beret kind of hat on.
No, I know that. This is what I know.
Was he crazy like that?
Yeah.
He seemed a little more, like his thoughts were together a little more.
He was more polished?
Yeah, polished. That's good.
Because what I remember about Gallagher, unfortunately, and he probably hates it, is the guy that smashes the watermelon. And the guy
that was the finale. Like, his whole show was, over an hour long, and it was him with various inventions.
Right.
And other things that he'd have giant props on stage. He's a prop comic.
Yeah, but I just remember when it got to the point where he started smashing shit.
He'd come out of roller skates.
See, I don't remember any
He'd be on roller skates like the entire show. Or he came out on a tricycle once with a car door on it and rolled the window down and put his arm out, and he's just kind of like, he would do shit like that.
But the point I'm making is he doesn't have to smash the watermelon.
No.
But I think his audience expects that, obviously. But if you just heard him on stage just ranting and raving like he did on our show, that would be a great night.
See, there's a little Gallagher. I think this is his motor. Is this
us how to be different. They teach us how to be the same. Right, guys? Gang? Girls? Remember school where you go to learn to communicate and all they say is no talking? It makes no sense. It stifles the creative person who has questions to ask. Why are all the home ec teachers divorced? I remember at the very beginning, nursery school seemed strange to me. I heard a nursery rhyme about the three bears. Okay. Bear comes home, finds a blonde in his bed. He's pissed off because he's out of little porridge.
He's the same.
But he's mellower.
It's the same. Yeah. If he just rattled off shit like he does here, people would be sitting there drooling in the audience wondering what the fuck he's talking about.
I'd go tomorrow. Danny, you saw him recently. Does he rant and rave?
His show that I saw, I mean, he has some material that I guess is prepared or whatever, but a lot of that show, I mean, you could pretty much tell was just off the cuff. He's just talking, thoughts come in his head and they come out of his mouth. He tries things with the audience that I don't think he ever tried before at a different show.
I love that.
And it's just,
I love guys like that.
Yeah, dude, you know what? It sounds crazy to say, I went to see Gallagher and it was really good, but you know what? It was really good. It was really different. It wasn't the typical, going to see a comic thing.
Yeah, I think you should see him. I think he's going to come back tomorrow. We want him to come back tomorrow. And he told us on the way out, he's like, all right, I'll come back. And he's like, I'm going to see a couple Broadway shows, and then I'm going to come in and give you guys a review. I'm like, all right. But, I mean, anyone else says that to us, we'd go, get the fuck out of here. Don't do that.
I'm going to see some Broadway shows. Right.
But we just know it'll be good.
Yeah.
Even he'll be talking about two shows that no one will give a shit about.
The content of what he says, no one will give a shit about. But how he says it.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Let me go to Charlie in Philly. Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Morning, Bubba Boys.
Good morning, Charles.
Hey, Gallagher was great. I mean, like Anthony said, a lot of it isn't, gut-busting funny, but, he gets you thinking. The thing I enjoyed yesterday, I cannot wait to be first in line to get my Yow Boy hat. Like the Wild Wild West in China.
His Yow Boy hat. I forgot about
the Yow Boy hat.
And that was when he kind of first came in, a little early in his appearance. There was so much shit he rattled off. I forgot.
How much material?
About the Yow Boy hat.
How much material you think he did?
It was nonstop for hours.
How many thought starters did he have?
Thought starters. That's all he had.
Right.
Starters. Not one thing was finished.
Right. Just like his inventions.
Yeah, his inventions. He's a crazy person.
Dude, I would love to get a tour of his house. It's got to be just where a lunatic lives.
Yeah, like a hoarder. A crazy hoarder.
It has to be one of those houses that have paths.
Yeah, because he said he's got all his props. He's got a friggin' foam rubber steamroller.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got that big giant couch that he had.
What was the couch all about?
He had a giant... Oh, is somebody calling about that?
Another
Charlie from
No, this is Charlie.
Oh.
They say Charlie in Philly and Charlie up here in New York. Staten Island, actually. What's up, Charlie?
Hey, guys. Yeah, the couch was a trampoline. And he used to jump from one side of it to the other and do tricks off it.
Yeah, true.
Oh, my God.
That was his giant couch, and he pulled things out of it.
Yeah, I guess we don't have to watch Gallagher clips, but there's the huge couch.
Yeah. And he'd find things in the couch like you would at home, but they're giant things that he would find in the couch. Hey, I mean, what does it take to build, see a potato chip? What does it take to build these props? Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
Big crayon.
You know what? I'm going to watch Gallagher clips later today.
Yeah, dude, in the 80s, if you had Showtime, you were watching fucking Gallagher when he came on.
And now he's just playing clubs.
And now he's doing clubs. He was huge. He was huge. Giant specials, filling fucking huge halls.
Right. Hey, Danny brought in a clip. Gallagher pones his opener. What is this about?
I think one of my Facebook friends sent this to me yesterday, and I started watching it. And basically, it's during the now era of Gallagher, where he's back doing the clubs again after all these years. And his opener was just failing miserably. And so Gallagher just decides to step in and try and help him out. I mean, this kid was obviously new and very annoyed. I just thought it was very funny.
Okay.
Very, very funny.
So, Gallagher's opener, first comic up, is just having a hard time on that stage.
Terribly.
And, this is how it goes down.
Yeah, this first clip is just about a solid minute of this kid bombing before Gallagher steps in.
All right, cool.
Pretty much, so I'm just going to kill time here. But Gallagher's kind of weird. You kind of feel obligated to do it almost. You're like, no, here we go. Gotta clap for this guy. Hey, give it all! Yeah, you know, have you ever seen, have you ever been to a show or a concert where they're like, hey! I've been to a show or a concert where they say, hey, put your hands together for so-and-so. Put your hands together? Really? Are we to the point where we don't even know how to clap? But there are really people going, wait a minute. So close. If only I knew the secret. Oh, put your hands together, you say. I might try that. Works out pretty well. But you know, they have a lot of sayings like that. Things that you kind of feel obligated to say or do. You know, there'll be like things like, you lost them.
So he just walks on stage, he goes, you lost him.
Gallagher looking like a mad scientist.
Shit, like Doc Brown.
like Doc Brown. Walks up to the mic really slowly and just goes, you lost him.
You lost him. Wow, that's harsh.
I mean, I can't imagine being trying to break into comedy. And look, whether you like him or hate him, Gallagher is everybody knows Gallagher.
Yeah,
he's a legend. He's a comic legend, if you will. So to have Gallagher just interrupt you and tell you how terrible you're doing.
You lost him. And the comic, he's some skinny guy, just is standing there with his hands on his hips now, looking at Gallagher like, what do I do? He's lost. You lost him.
Amazing.
Start over. I'll introduce you, and you come out. Don't go too far. Don't go real far, because they want to see him. Take a second.
So now Gallagher takes over the mic, and the guy walks off stage, and that's where Gallagher obviously just said, don't go too far. They want to see you.
Yeah.
So I guess he's going to give the kids some advice.
Think a second time about what the first joke you're going to do is, and get them good. Don't tell a long story. So, how do you make pickle bread? Dildo. Something short. To get them rolling, and then do that long shit later. But it is fun to talk about clapping because it was introduced at the beginning when you first came up. But they're too quiet. You need to get them going, right? Okay. So, what was your name again? Because they said something about being flexible, and I thought you were going to come out and do a little contortion. Didn't you think that? We thought you were going to do a little contortion. What does that flexibility have to do with? The fact that you'll let other comedians have the mic during your set? I'm just helping.
Wow, he's killing him.
He's hosing him.
He's killing him. And then what? He brings the guy back out.
Yeah, so he's going to now reintroduce this opener to do his set, and the kid just starts bombing again.
What was your first name again? Hey there. Eric. Good. That's a good Viking name. And people from around here are descended from the Vikings. We don't have a lot of, French fags. So they're come on, get ready. Are you thinking about that first joke? You ready? You're sitting. That's not ready. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage for the first time and you haven't seen him before. Eric.
Poor bastard.
Thank you. So, how are you doing today? Doing well? Well, I was actually, just thinking that when somebody introduces you and then you do your comedy act and then somebody interrupts you mid-sentence, kind of lose your train of thought. But... All right, now tell a joke.
Tell a joke. You have to come up and tell a joke first, then do a longer talk.
Did you want to go on stage now?
No.
I could.
What do you say?
He goes, "Do you want to go on stage now?"
Oh, wow.
Like, he's so fucked up at this point.
He's out of his mind.
Go on stage now. I could. How about you do the open, and then I'll do the hour-long Smash Bill first, and then we'll be okay.
No, I do an hour long of talking, and you get a sketchy fruit.
That's not good. Hey.
Wow.
He's schooling that young gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
The guy had no clue what to do after that. Well, I was
thinking. I had to rewind that 100 times. He just has no idea where he's going with his own thought.
Dummy.
Hi, this is an honor. I want to be introduced by the Gallagher, please. Okay. Give me one more shot.
One more shot. All right. Why don't little girls fart? They don't get assholes till they get married. It's not coming up. He's got his book out. There's all Heather, Nicole. This is a good thing to talk about at the beginning also, is the people's names. Then you can refer to them. See, what I do is I set things up. When I talk about old men, I'll mention Virgil. When I want to talk about lily-livered little sissy ships, I mention Les. And there's always room for a couple of whores in a nightclub.
Killing.
Smashing the audience.
Killing.
Yeah.
Killing. That poor little fuck is just sitting there.
And then finally, Gallagher, well, his advice might work here, finally.
Yeah, the kid finally decide. I think he gets through his head that he can't start out with this long soliloquy to start his set with.
Right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we always want to support anybody that wants to go in this terrible business of entertaining alcoholics. So we encourage this young man coming to the stage right now with a good Viking Norwegian name, Eric!
Did you hear that there was a guy with no arms, no legs, and he was thrown out of a truck? Yeah, they call him Skip.
Now you're going!
Jesus.
A horrible joke.
Just horrendous. That's awful. They laughed. At the end, they laughed, so.
He came out with some energy.
Right.
One-liner. God damn, that.
Yeah, he's the greatest guy in the world because he just doesn't care. He doesn't give a fuck. He'll walk up on, in the middle of your set.
Yeah.
He'll just start rambling off any thought in his head. The guy's great. He's terrific.
All right, we're going to take a break. Just getting started today. Bob Kelly's coming back.
Bobby.
Gallagher pretty much took a lot of his time yesterday, so we invited Bob Kelly to come back. And Patrice O'Neal's going to be here in about an hour.
Oh, Patrice coming in today, too?
Patrice will be here. Bob Kelly will be here. And then tomorrow, I think it's Patrice and Gallagher coming back. For
tomorrow?
Tomorrow for the grand finale.
Patrice and Gallagher.
We can take the day off.
Oh, shit. All righty then. Yeah. Wow. Talk about not being able to get a word in edgewise.
Holy shit. That is going to be a battle tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, we'll continue in just a bit. Stay there. David Letterman in trouble, actually, huh?
Kicking it old school, coming back.
Come on. You know the band.
I remember this from the old days.
From the old, wow, I almost forgot the slogan. From the wait, what is it?
Station that really rocks.
From the only station that really rocks. Well, this doesn't really rock. It's just a cool song.
Exactly.
I hate that when I want to know the words, but I just don't know them.
And you gotta just kind of. Yes, Space Hog.
In the meantime.
Oh, my God.
So what? Letterman's in trouble?
What happened?
Our old pal Letterman.
This is not a rerun.
Hey, Dave, is all forgiven with us and you or what? When are we coming back on your show?
That would be nice.
Boy, that was a dumb decision we made 2 years ago, huh? Ed?
Oh, God, was that stupid. Let's burn a fucking sure thing bridge with a show that we can walk to.
There's no mistake about it. We are the dumbest guys in broadcasting.
Yes, we are.
I believe we put on a fine show every day, but let's not be mistaken. We are the dumbest guys in radio.
Two dummies.
I remember being in a hotel room, Fox Hollow, matter of fact. I was doing a Long Island visit, and I happened to go to the Fox Hollow somewhere out there on Long Island.
I live in Decimal Point. Shut it.
And I'm on the phone with Anthony. I'm on the phone with Super Agent Bob Eatman.
Yeah.
A month earlier, we had an amazing Letterman appearance to the point where, like, one of the big honchos, one of the big producers comes running in right after our appearance and said, "Oh, my God, you guys were great. That was a great appearance. We're really, really happy, and we want to book you.
Have you back?
We want to have you back sooner than later."
Yeah.
And then she walks off, and then the boys that we know over there, some of the writers, they're like, "That never happens. Oh, my God, that never happens."
It was very cool.
I'm like, all right. So we're feeling pretty good about ourselves. And now you fast forward, it's about Christmas time.
Oh.
And I'm in the hotel. I'm talking to Ann, talking to Super Agent Bob Eatman. Now we have a decision to make because Leno wants us to fly out to L.A. like 2 days before Christmas and do his show, which we ended up doing with the Killers.
Yes, we did.
And drinking margaritas and Matthew McConaughey. It was just an amazing night.
Yes.
I remember Anthony looking at me right before we went on stage and said, "Don't forget this moment." You were out of your mind like, holy shit, is this cool?
It's a biggie.
And Letterman at the time didn't have a date booked for our return.
No.
So then we said yes to Leno. This is how it went down. I hope David is listening right now. This is really how it went down.
Yeah, Dave's listening. I think he's sleeping.
I know. I'm just trying to make it good for the radio. So we didn't have a date for Letterman, and Leno said, "We really want you guys." So we agreed to Leno, and then Letterman's people said, "Fuck that. We want you on that exact same day." And now we're like, we already said yes to Leno.
Yeah.
He seems to be kind of cool.
And he's, was plugging, giving us some plugs and the relationship with Jimmy and that. So we kind of went out to L.A.
Went out to L.A.
and did that.
We haven't heard from the Letterman people since.
Flame on!
We could have been on our, 6th or 8th appearance by now.
I know.
You know.
Dummies.
We had that crowd going.
Oh, we're so stupid.
Remember us and the tennis balls?
Of course. I still have a couple of those.
Oh, fuck.
Like a drawer somewhere.
Up? We are just...
Yeah, we're stupid.
We really are stupid.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
But Letterman's in trouble, Ant.
What did he do now?
I'll be honest. I did not know this was going on. I guess he did a joke on the transgender employee that Obama hired.
That Obama appointed, yes.
I finally saw a picture of her, he thing.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, well,
From a distance, I'm saying, not bad. I have no desire to go sniffing around.
You used to have a cock.
True.
You used to have a cock.
True. But not bad. I think they're figuring out that surgery is what I'm getting.
And then the whole thing I hear is, whatever it is, I don't even know what to call it, says, well, and then they can't just say, "Hey, thanks for the gig. Good, I'll do the job to the best of my ability." It's got to turn into this, and I hope this opens the doors for more transgendered people in government. Shut up! Gives a shit.
There's only another 100 of you out there.
If you ask me, if you want to cut your dick off, something a little fucking amiss inside that perhaps, you're not, I don't think you should be in charge of shit. That's my personal opinion.
Remember when I said not bad?
Yeah.
Bad.
Dude, that's a guy. It's a guy with a wig.
I just got another glimpse.
It's a guy with a wig trying to look all fucking.
The picture I saw had some
demure.
kind of fucking the famous like Facebook like voodoo thing happening.
That thing is
now
trying
the
to be
pictures.
demure.
Now the pic. Okay, real bad.
The big hands, those big man hands.
Wow. Who does that thing look like?
A guy
trying to look like a girl?
Yeah. It's a guy with some kind of fucking wispy red hair, and I don't like. No.
You know what they have to do to these transgenders? They got to figure out how to
head transplant.
Well, I mean, they're almost figuring that out. But the dead giveaway, they got to chop off their hands.
Oh,
because the one picture, the thing has the hands on her like her knee.
Yeah,
and they're huge man hands, and now there's like long nails on them.
Oh, is that the thing? Oh, let's hear.
Systems.
Let's hear the voice.
10 years ago, she transitioned her gender and has been in the public eye ever since. A staunch advocate of civil rights, Amanda has consulted and advised numerous employers across the country on transgender issues. She was acknowledged by the Tucson YWCA in 2004 as a recipient of the Woman on the Move Award and by the Arizona Human Rights Fund in 2005 as their individual honoree. Amanda is on the board of directors of Out and Equal Workplace Advocates and the National Center for Transgender Equality. She's a divorced parent sharing custody of her 13-year-old son. Our second guest is C. Michael Woodward, who has led Arizona Gender Alliance for 5 years. Transgender of his life and
those different types of.
All right, now that's a girl that became a guy.
That's who your brain psychologically.
Wait, that used to be a girl.
Gender expression, and then
I think that's how they introed it.
Now within the trans.
Oh, we just wanted to hear her. We had a bit.
Where's her? I know. Well.
What the hell is this?
All right, here we go.
People in the drag culture who are performers, and both drag queens and drag queens who present themselves for the sake of entertainment and do representation for the other gender. Those people
Lily, I want my dick cut off, Lily. Grandpa, do you have a potion that'll cut my dick off? Now, Eddie, you're going to have two mommies, Eddie. Here's Spot, burn my dick off.
You know,
I could cut your dick off, Hyman.
Patients that society has picked. You know, you're either masculine or feminine, and they tend to either mix some of.
You know what? The voice, not bad.
Whatever it is trying very hard.
More of an androgynous.
More than
and doing this. Something with this. So the S's are usually a dead giveaway with trannies too.
Right.
Because they can't keep that feminine thing.
I think she keeps her teeth like closed so the Adam's apple doesn't do its job.
Yeah,
I think that makes it have that voice.
The big deep voice.
Yeah, let's say hi to Brian in Pennsylvania. Brian.
Hey, am I the only one noticed this girl's name is Amanda?
Amanda. Hey, not bad. Gallagher would be happy with you.
Yeah.
You came on, you fucking had the joke. It was all there. Funny.
Formerly known as Brian from the Poconos, if you remember me.
Sure.
No, we don't.
Yeah, I remember him. He used to call from the heart-shaped tubs.
No. I was the guy that screwed up and you had to on the screw-ups.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
All right, Brian.
So you ruined it.
I know. You ruined my line. That was just a dumb little throwaway. Thanks.
Oh, my God.
Why didn't we come up with that, though? Amanda.
Look who's on the phone. Wow, do we get the stars?
Oh, who?
Larry King.
Larry?
Yeah.
Larry!
Gentlemen, how important is the dick?
How important is the dick? Apparently not very important.
Nah.
In the Obama administration. What is the job title that this thing has for Obama? Secretary of Cock?
Secretary.
That would be ironic.
She's got to be some kind of secretary, because that's what broads do. They just do
the tranny czar,
secretary stuff.
Tranny czar.
I don't know. You want to?
I don't have any nuts anymore.
Yeah. Who knows? I can't even. Could you imagine fucking taking your dick off, dude?
No, I can't.
What the fuck would you play with?
I don't want to do that.
Half the day.
Senior technical advisor
to the president. Is there to the president?
Dick removal. Advisor, Department of Commerce.
What?
What does that do?
She's losing her own goods, and she's supposed to be.
Yeah, the Department of Commerce.
Commerce?
She's outsourcing her dick.
Right, you're supposed to keep your goods.
Keep your dick.
Well, Letterman's in trouble. Human Rights Coalition asking Letterman to apologize for joke involving Obama's new transgender employee and his announcer.
Well, here's something interesting. President Obama has appointed a transgender person. A transgender person. Her name is Amanda Simpson, and he has appointed her to become a part of the Commerce Department. We have a photo. Here she is right there. Yeah, that's Amanda Simpson.
What?
And she's a transgender.
Amanda?
What?
Amanda used to be a dude? Oh, my God!
Letterman's in trouble for that.
Why?
That's a great joke.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's an honest joke. That's a reaction everyone has.
Yes.
So some human rights, the Human Rights Coalition, I guess, wants Letterman to apologize. He's not going to start apologizing for everything, is he?
No.
Kind of understand that he had to do the right thing with that Sarah Palin.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
how to do that. Look at this guy. I love this. The inmate escape. Look at him. He's futzing with his handcuffs, and then he just takes off.
That's live?
Yeah, that's great. His convict just runs off of the chain.
That is video of the day.
He got out of his handcuffs.
So what? They're doing the perp walk, basically? All the guys, were they leaving the courthouse?
Walking him from the courthouse to the old paddy wagon, I guess.
And why were
they're all in chains?
Why was the news crew out there?
I don't know. They must have just been out there to get a clip of somebody.
It must mean that there was a big shot on the chain.
Yeah. So you see him futzing with his handcuffs,
right,
that are connected to the chain. And then he kind of looks around, just slips it, and runs. And then a bunch of cops just run after him, and they wound up catching him.
They got him?
Yeah, they apprehended him.
Oh, that sucks.
Was he running, though. And then a bunch of rats on the chain gang. Right when the cops came running out,
yeah,
a bunch of the guys on the chain gang are like, he made it right. Go down there and follow him.
Like that's going to help their cause.
They're helping him out. Look at him go.
And Eyewitness News has the exclusive.
It's really low, Dan.
Good evening. I'm Sade Bedouinois.
And I'm Diana Williams.
Sade Bedouinois.
How about you change your name? Newsreader.
For it outside a police precinct, right in front of officers.
An Eyewitness News camera was the only one to catch the getaway. Joe Torres is live on Staten Island with the exclusive video. Joe?
Sade, the bottom line, the handcuff was too loose. That seems to explain how it was that an armed robbery suspect escaped from police custody here at the steps of the 120th precinct.
He wasn't armed anymore.
No, he's an armed robbery suspect.
I know, but you see how they kind of...
Yeah, they kind of scare you.
Daring stunt on tape.
Stunt.
Quan Thompson is wearing a black jacket over an orange hooded sweatshirt.
Look at him getting out of it.
As the 22-year-old slips out of his handcuff, ducks under a police chain.
Run, homie, run.
And there he goes.
Look at the brother go.
That's awesome.
Around the corner before stunned police officers begin their chase.
Shoot back around Wall Street. Make it right.
Between the time that he left the steps and got to the corner, it was probably less than 4 seconds. He was so fast, so incredible.
Oh, he was very fast.
Incredibly fast? He wasn't incredibly fast. Just a dude running.
He's running, man.
But they got him, huh?
Whoever put those cuffs on, man.
Dan, where's that video?
It's gonna roll.
People want it immediately.
It's on a lot of news sources this morning. But if you go to Google News and just put in prisoner escape, it's the first thing.
Pretty much the first thing. All right, there you go. You can find that.
I'm out of here, yo.
So what do you think of Letterman?
No apology necessary.
We got to hold our ground.
Yeah.
People that are in the business of funny,
Yep.
Whether you're a comedian or what have you, we all have to just stand our ground.
Dave has weathered a pretty big storm. As far as that,
the Sarah Palin thing?
No. Well, that was something.
Well, that was.
But then that wasn't it. No, with the chick, with the sex thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty big. He addressed it, and it went away. He doesn't have to. He's in a position now where he could just say "fuck you" now. People.
I think he will.
He did it. He did his apologizing for other stuff. So he has a pass now.
And that's a great joke. Yeah. I wonder if one of our boys wrote that one.
That's a good one.
Did one of our boys write that one?
Probably.
They'll tweet me if they did.
I'll say yes.
It's a great way to look at it. The whole situation. Hey, Ann, speaking of tweeting, you had a fine tweet last night.
Yes.
Your gun stat, your
yes.
homicide stat.
Yeah.
You made a lot of sense with your tweet last night. I got to be honest with you. I really do.
Apparently FBI records that came out indicate that murder way down for,
across the country
for 2009. Yes, across the country in general and in New York.
Well, New York lowest murder rate since 1963, I believe. But we know they fudge with the stats a little bit.
Yeah, murder's hard to fudge.
I know.
Murder's hard.
That was my second part of what I was about to say.
Oh, is it?
Yes, I was setting myself up. But murder is hard to fudge. You're right.
Like robbery, they can fudge it. They could turn it into, I've heard stories where robberies are committed and, obviously the police commissioners and everything want the robbery stats down.
Right.
So they go, all right, we'll call it something else. We'll say it's, a petty larceny or something like that. And it makes the stats look like they drop down. Murder's kind of hard to call something else.
Sure. Stats are very just
deceiving,
useless.
For whatever purpose you need them for, they could be twisted, turned, manipulated.
Yeah, don't believe stats.
But when Obama started his run for presidency, and especially when it really looked like he was going to win this thing, and obviously he did, a lot of people, because of his anti-gun stance, bought guns, thinking that, and still thinking, believe me, it's still a danger, that they're not going to be able to buy guns, that there's going to be all kinds of new gun laws put in place, and the assault weapons bans, and pistol permits, things like that. So a lot of people started buying guns. And in the time that people started buying guns, the crime rate dropped.
Yeah, there's no way around it. I mean, 2009, Obama was in office, and we heard all the guns.
You heard all the stories saying, how many times do you open the paper or watch the news and say, wow, gun sales through the roof?
There's a couple things going on here, too. 2009 was a rough year for a lot of people.
Yep.
And when you're having a rough year economically in the country, usually crime is way up and murder's way up.
Yeah.
So 2009 should have been a pretty impressive year.
Yep, for murder.
For that type of thing.
And crime in general. And the fact that gun stores were, during a recession, were seeing record sales. I mean, people were actually spending money that they really didn't have to arm themselves. And then crime drops. And this goes against all the babble you hear from the gun control people saying more guns only means more murders, more crime. And it doesn't when you're talking about guns in the hands of responsible law-abiding citizens. It does make places safer.
Right.
It's been that way. Stats have shown it over the years. Some of the most dangerous places in the entire country are places that have the strictest gun laws. You look at a place like Chicago, you're not even allowed to have a gun in Chicago. Chicago is Beirut. It's crime central. D.C., same thing. They're still working on that, but...
No, only if you're an NBA player.
Yeah, apparently.
On a team that used to be called the Bullets, by the way.
Oops,
change the name of the team, but make sure you hire questionable players. That's why the whole system is fucked up. So stupid.
Yeah. But it just, I like to see how the the gun control, the gun law, the gun, people are going to try to spin this.
Well, you said last night on your tweet, too, why isn't this on CNN?
Yeah, show it on CNN.
I would like to see a nice discussion on one of the channels.
Yeah.
CNN, MSNBC, Fox, one of them, take it on and go, wow, this is a little weird. Gun sales way up. The economy sucked last year. But the murder rate way down.
Let them really break the numbers down and show it, and perhaps, maybe they could twist it around in a certain way where it looks, completely the opposite of what I'm saying.
Why isn't Wolf doing something on this?
Yeah, where's the situation room?
This is a situation we need to discuss.
Get it in the situation room.
Wolf Blitzer.
Yeah.
Yuck. Keith Olbermann. Yuck.
Yeah.
Sean Hannity.
Hannity I was watching last night.
I don't want to say yuck because I like the guy.
Oh, I like Hannity.
I like the guy.
He was going off on Obama last night. We have clips of it.
By the way, I don't really agree with Hannity. I just like him.
Yeah.
But I'm not an Olbermann guy. Trust me.
No.
And go ahead. Sorry, there's too much shit going on in my head right now. What were you saying? Because then I have something on Olbermann.
The Obama thing and the healthcare reform bill that they're discussing. You got to get the House and the Senate to compromise on what's going on. So there'll be talks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of these talks that they're having about the healthcare bill involve a lot of taxpayer money going to certain states for favors in exchange for a yes vote, which really stinks. Thousands of pages. So you can't read these things. But the best way for people to keep informed about this would be to turn on C-SPAN or something like that.
Is there a more boring channel than C-SPAN?
Dull as all hell.
That's a question for the listeners right now.
Dull.
New York 1 is pretty fucking boring.
Yeah.
A little local news thing here in New York City, but C-SPAN.
C-SPAN is Borefest.
Oh, no, there is one that's worse than C-SPAN. Worst channel on cable TV. You got it?
CNET? No.
C-SPAN 2.
C-SPAN 2. Wow, that's like ESPN 2.
Right,
only
C-SPAN 2.
C-SPAN 2.
All the stuff they feel like shouldn't be on C-SPAN.
It's like, that's not good enough for C-SPAN.
C-SPAN is a fucking bore fest.
That's not exciting enough for C-SPAN.
Oh, my God.
The thing is, C-SPAN is bore fest. But if what the Democrats want to do is not have the Republicans in on these compromise talks between the House and the Senate on the health care bill, and have them behind closed doors. And this is coming from an administration that said they were transparent. They were going to absolutely step by step, especially with the health care, let the public see what's happening. Let them see what deals are being made and what this health care package is going to be all about.
Mm-hmm.
And then they come out and say, this is going to be private, behind closed doors, no Republicans, and no television. Now, you might say, all right, well, at least they didn't say it was going to be public.
Mm-hmm.
President Obama, 8 times during his campaign, said that these very talks would be on C-SPAN. Would be on C-SPAN. Literally said, it will be on C-SPAN.
So people can check it out.
And that fucking Pelosi piece of shit just goes, well, a lot of things are said during the campaign. She actually said that.
Mm.
How did Obama not just smack her face? Well, because what she's saying in essence is, well, he lied.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he lied during his campaign to get elected, which is, the truth.
Right.
But, which is funny, because some people were saying it's the first time, Pelosi's actually said something that was true. But Obama 8 times said it would be, it'll be on C-SPAN. And C-SPAN has said, we will broadcast it. We'll take care of any expense, any problems in broadcasting this will be on our lap. And they said no. Now, how are we supposed to know? And I'm not saying everyone's going to sit and watch C-SPAN, believe me. But at least the news will take the clips, the important, the back door deals.
They'll give you some highlights.
And let us know what we're dealing with as far as this healthcare bill goes. But they want it signed immediately. They can't get this fucking thing through fast enough because they don't want it stretching out until the next election where, believe me, I think a lot of Democrats are going to fall to the wayside.
But my whole job as you continue with this, my whole thought on this is simple. Both sides do this crap.
Oh, I know.
It's the Democrats' turn. That's all.
You know what, though?
They all do this behind-the-scenes, backdoor dealing, wheeling and dealing. And
absolutely right.
All
you know
that
what,
bullshit.
Though? Bush did it. Bush had fucking backdoor deals that were just...
it's just Obama's turn is all I'm saying.
It's just worse, though, because Bush never said, I'm going to show you this shit.
So it's getting worse.
So it's worse. If you don't show it, it's one thing. If you say 8 fucking times during the campaign that you're gonna open this up to the public and then don't, it looks very shady.
Do we have the montage? I think we do.
Very fucking shady.
Here's the montage of Obama promising the healthcare debates will be televised.
And as you listen to this, remember, they will not. They will be behind closed doors. You will not know what what deals they're making with each other.
Not negotiating behind closed doors, but bringing all parties together and broadcasting those negotiations on C-SPAN so that the American people can see what the choices are. Because part of what we have to do is enlist the American people in this process.
I would put my plan forward, and I would welcome input and say, here are my goals: reduce costs, increased quality, coverage for everybody. If you have better ideas, please present them. But these negotiations will be on C-SPAN. And so the public will be part of the conversation and will see the choices that are being made.
You know, I respect what the Clintons tried to do in 1993 in moving health reform forward. But they made one really big mistake, and that is they took all their people and all their experts into a room and then they closed the door. We will work on this process publicly. It'll be on C-SPAN. It will be streaming over the net. We'll have the negotiations televised on C-SPAN so that people can see who is making arguments on behalf of their constituents and who are making arguments on behalf of the drug companies or the insurance companies. But here's the thing. We're going to do all these negotiations on C-SPAN. So the American people will be able to watch these negotiations.
Drug and insurance companies will have a seat at the table. They just won't be able to buy every single chair. And we will have a public process for forming this plan. It'll be televised on C-SPAN. I can't guarantee it'll be exciting, so not everybody's going to be watching it. But it will be transparent and accountable to the American people. To the drug and the insurance companies who are still going to have a lot of power in Washington and are still going to try to block reforms from taking place. So that's why I said, for example, that I want the negotiations to be taking place on C-SPAN. So I'll put forward my plan, but what I'll say is, look, if you've got better ideas, I'm happy to listen to them. But all this will be done on C-SPAN, in front of the public.
And no, it won't. Another one of these fucking change, transparency in the administration promises that he made during the campaign, broken. Thank you.
With that, let's go to Eric in Florida. Eric, what do you got on this?
Hey, man. What's up, man? What's up, Bo?
Hey, buddy.
Hi.
Listen, man, I think you're a total hypocrite.
All right, explain.
What about when Tom DeLay and the other guy frisked, from Tennessee?
Yep.
When all these guys were in charge, how many backroom brokered deals did you hear about? Zero, dude, because you never saw them because they were in the dark.
I know. What I'm saying is, they never said that it was going to be transparent. I never said that it's right to do this backdoor shit, and the Republicans, of course they did it. I'm not a hypocrite. I'm agreeing with you. Yes, they did do it. But this motherfucker said, how many times did you hear that it was going to be open to the public? We are going to be able to see the negotiations.
You actually did see the negotiations if you watched C-SPAN 1. Actually, by the way, hey, listen, hold on.
What?
C-SPAN 3 is actually the worst channel because 1 is the House, 2 is the Senate, 3 is all the other extraneous.
They have three?
Wow.
Yeah, they have 3.
I'm waiting for the Ocho.
We got a couple more candidates for worst.
8.
We got a couple more candidates for worst cable channel, believe it or not, that we're going to go to in a second. But finish up, Eric.
What I was going to say was, they did have open hearings in the House and in the Senate, and I know it's a boring-ass channel to watch, but if you're bored and can't go to sleep, You know, there was your public forum whereby things were streaming on C-SPAN as well as on the web.
No, where's the transparency now, though, when the House and the Senate are going to hash out and try to get a compromise between the two bills? And this is a very important process, because this is where those favors start going back and forth, and tax money is doled out to fucking different states for favors, for votes. And we're not going to be able to hear this until, you know, this bill comes out and they go, the bill's here, sign it, and it's thousands of pages that we know nothing about. That to me, and with him saying that many times that this process will be available for viewing by the public is ridiculous and an outright campaign lie that he said was not going to happen.
Yeah. Well, they all fucking lie, so that's why
I know, but
Thank
you know
you,
something?
Eric, I'm with you.
They all fucking lie, but this motherfucker is the guy that said he's not lying.
He's a president.
Well, we're on fucking satellite. I can say what we want.
Call him a mofo.
All right, this mofo, he's the one that said this is a big change. This is change, man. This is a whole thing. This was a guy that was brought in.
He did say,
and he got elected. He got elected because it was supposed to be this giant change. No more old white guys. Oh, it's going to be great. We're going to have this new, young, black guy in the White House, and he's got such hope, and things will finally be different. No, they won't.
He did say no more business as usual. Right? He did say
no
that.
more business as usual. You're going to see a new Washington, and the transparency. And him and Pelosi just suck. They lied.
Yeah. Well, I think as a voter, if you truly, honestly believe that kind of rhetoric, you're an idiot.
All right, let me go to Glenn.
Obviously, a lot of idiots.
All right, hold on. Glenn in New York wants to argue with Eric in Florida. I like when the listeners get going.
We got a banter?
A little banter. Let's go. This is like what they do in Fox. You get a few
banter.
Go ahead, Glenn.
Good morning.
I want to call it the great American panel.
Love it.
That sounds familiar.
It really does. Eric, how stupid are you? Okay, they want you, me, everybody to pay for everybody else's health care when it's just a big crock of shit. All they're doing is getting $300 million for this state. They're just buying everybody's fucking votes, and airhead fuckers like you just fall for it. The hope and change, like O&A was just saying. That ain't nothing. Yeah. That was just a fucking ploy. I know I use the F word a lot, but I do that when I'm pissed off. That was just a ploy for everybody to fall for Obama's little game. He won, and we're gonna lose in the long run.
Is it my turn?
Yes, there is an observation here. I'm the observation king. Glenn in New York sounds like he should be from Florida, and Eric in Florida sounds like he should be from New York.
Yes, exactly. Good observation.
It's a good one, right, Ed?
It's perfect.
Go ahead, Eric in Florida. That sounds more like a New Yorker than Glenn in New York. Go ahead, Eric.
Well, let me tell you, Glenn, I know a little something about medicine because I work in medicine. I've been doing it for over 25 years. And the backroom deal that was brokered by where was he from? Nebraska, I believe. And then, what's her name from Louisiana? You know, those two deals that got brokered, that was a crock of shit. I totally agree with that statement. You know, however...
Hey, at least we heard about those.
Yeah, the healthcare crisis that's going on in this country is mostly insurance as well as help me out, Ann. The whole thing with lawsuits and
malpractice, insurance, the drug companies. There's a whole thing. I've talked about it before. I don't think we need this sweeping healthcare reform as far as insurance for everybody goes. Go to the insurance companies and start racking some head and making sure they stay in line.
Make them accountable to people instead of to shareholders. Take the money component in terms of being a for-profit organization. I mean, you can earn a decent living, but come on, when you bastardize it, you just exploit it.
By the way, dude, I didn't want this to turn into a healthcare discussion. I wanted this to just remain.
My bad.
Obama said many times that this would be open to the public. We would be able to hear this, and we're not going to be able to.
All right, let's move on. Thank you, Eric in Florida.
Guys.
Thank you, Glenn in New York. We're going to go to Bill in Virginia. Bill.
Oh, Bill.
Bill.
I like when people could simplify these heavy debates that we have on the show, and I think Bill's going to do that right now. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, I put Obama with Popeye's chicken. Where's my bucket of chicken? I show up, and he promises a lot of stuff, and where's my chicken? That's what I want to know, guys. Where's my chicken?
So now it's like the Popeyes when they were going to promise everybody
it's like the
bucket.
free chicken giveaway, yeah.
And then they got there, and there wasn't no bucket.
And that's what.
Now, how am I going to feed my kids?
So Obama basically isn't allowing people to get their bucket. Did you get your bucket yesterday?
I didn't get my bucket.
Man, you know what? I wanted to get my bucket yesterday, and I didn't either.
Yeah, I didn't get my bucket.
Fuck, I want some fucking Popeyes now. God damn it. What am I going to do? Kevin in Connecticut, how are you, sir?
Good morning, guys. Happy New Year.
Hey, by the way, I still enjoyed your tweet last night.
Oh, yes.
I retweeted Kevin's little thing, and then it turns out it's a scene from a movie, but I don't care, because it was still really, really funny in my eyes.
Funny's funny.
Funny's funny. What do you got, Kevin?
I enjoyed it. I got a worse channel than C-SPAN, any of the C-SPANs.
Really?
That Eternal Word Television, the EWTN, the all-Catholic programming.
Holy shit, I think we got a worse channel than C-SPAN 3.
That's pretty bad.
That's the one with the really old-looking nun, and it sounds like a cult.
Mother Angelica.
Yes. Could someone get me some audio of that for real? She's up
can't
there.
even watch that as a goof.
They're like,
he's right. You can't even watch that as a goof.
No,
I can't even watch it as a goof.
No, it makes the Catholic religion look like it's like it's a cult. That's crazy to think.
Hey, Ant.
Yeah.
No audio.
Oh no, it's back.
Oh boy, what's up, Ant?
It's back.
What's up? All right, then we got a bunch of Obama. I love Obama. I hate Obama calls.
Yeah, now it's just going to go like...
I think you make a good point, though. I like when
you suck, Isaac. See, this guy says Republicans refuse to cooperate. That's why. Well, you know something? The Democrats refuse to cooperate with Republicans. That's why it's got to be, just because one side won't cooperate doesn't mean you lock them out and lock the public out of the discussions when the public is the one that's paying for the whole goddamn thing.
It's brutal that these two sides just don't want to work together.
I'm not being represented. In these discussions about health care, and I'm going to be taxed on it. So if you ask me, that's taxation without representation, my friend.
Oh, shit.
That's right.
Oh, shit.
You wait till one more thing, and then I'll get off my soapbox. Please register to vote. And vote in the 2010 elections, please. Could you please do that?
Are you officially working for Hannity?
No, I'm working for me.
Yeah.
Yep. Vote. Get out there and throw these sons of bitches out. Balance the power back out again. Just balance it. I'm not talking about one side running the other. Make it so nothing gets done anymore again, where it's all balanced and they just duke it out and no one has a majority.
Proud to say that people are acknowledging me as the Observation King now on Twitter.
Ah.
Look, if Howard can make his own nickname, I can make mine.
Well, you like Seinfeld observations, or?
Ooh. Yeah, you know what?
A little like that?
I can't compete with Seinfeld with my observations. Mine are more like quirky observations.
Last night was one of those I love that hello episode. That one was last night. I was so happy when I turned on Seinfeld and it was hello, la, la, la. That is one of my favorite episodes.
I'm back in with Seinfeld.
Hello. And then hello. And then they get tired of it. It's fantastic.
I rewatched the episode with George, pushing the fucking wheelchair lady because of that dumb story I told with the fire in the movie theater. So I rewatched a couple of those scenes.
Great, man. Hello. Oh, you got one?
Hello. What's that?
Oh, it's just a stupid thing.
Well, I'm sure it's stupid. It's not about me, is it?
No. Not at all. All right. You know this girl Claire I'm seeing?
Yeah.
Well, he and I started joking that when she falls asleep, her stomach stays awake all night and talks to me.
How's he talking?
Well, the belly button's like a mouth. I'm bored. Talk to me.
Oh, I gotta start taking these stupid mornings more seriously. See you later.
Yeah, right on.
Gallagher.
Very good. We're just about ready for a break. We got Patrice O'Neal joining the program next. Bob Kelly a little later.
Patrice is coming ahead.
You know what? We should probably do this before break. A lot of people asking us about Artie Lang, and
wow.
There's a thing in the paper today. It's page 6, which is a
trash.
It's trash. It's a piece of shit. Richard Johnson's a piece of shit. So I don't even know if this is true. Because trust me, I had to suffer because of his stupidity. Richard Johnson, I haven't forgot. Trust me. Having fun, are you? Anyway, with that said, they're reporting this little article. Stern sidekick and suicide try. Troubled comic Artie Lang landed in the hospital after stabbing himself 9 times.
Jesus.
In an apparent suicide attempt.
9 times.
But they don't get their facts right with this page 6, so I'm just reading what they're saying. In an apparent suicide attempt, sources told the Post, Lang's frantic mom called 911 Saturday morning after she entered his Hoboken apartment and found the bloodied funny man, a law enforcement source said. Lang sustained 6 hesitation wounds.
Ugh.
And 3 deep plunges.
Oh,
a source close to Lang's management team confirmed that the Howard Stern sidekick stabbed himself, adding that his mother had come to visit him that day to drop off food. Surgeons managed to save Lang despite heavy bleeding. We all have our demons, Stern said on air this week, referring to Lang's past battle with addiction. Artie has given this show tremendous moments of great comedy. He's a tremendous contributor. He's a good man. Don't forget how great he is. So that's what's being reported.
Man.
In this piece of shit paper, the New York Post today.
That's somebody that's hurting.
Yeah, no shit. Because we have our suicide bit that Ant and I do.
That's deep.
But this is like the real deal. This is this is
that's
a guy.
That's not one of those.
That sounds like he's in hell.
I took some aspirin and then 10 minutes later call a friend and go, I don't know how many I took.
Right.
You know, that is somebody that...
I mean, the hesitation wounds, that means I'm going to do this. And then everything in your body stops you.
Because,
in time.
I think your survival instinct just pulls your arm back. I mean, it's got to.
Right.
And then to be able to do that, Jesus, man.
And you know what? There's no jokes here. We just wish nothing but the best for Artie Lang.
Hey,
Simple as that.
I like Artie, man.
Simple as that.
I see him in the hallways and in the elevator and stuff, and we have a little chit-chat every now and then. I like Artie.
I respect Artie. I mean, me and him had a massive confrontation in the hallway here at Sirius XM. It was ridiculous. It could have got real ugly. And then, both sides calmed down, and then I searched him out, and we talked, and I explained my point on the whole thing. And he listened to me. And he respected what I had to say. And after that day, nothing but pleasantries. Nothing but, how you doing? Oh, man, getting up early sucks. And how do you guys do? Because, this is rough, blah, blah, blah.
And it doesn't matter who gets in that elevator in the morning. We always have doesn't it suck to get up this early talk?
Except boy, Gary. 2 days ago, I'm in an elevator with him. I'm like, all right, how about you just take your own fucking elevator?
I talk to Gary in the elevator.
Do you? Well, he fucking hates me. Whatever. The feeling is mutual. Trust me. Just take your own fucking elevator.
With you two?
Huh?
What happened with you?
What
two?
happened? He was the biggest spy going back in the day.
Well, he was a soldier for his
but
general.
In front of us, he's like and then runs to his boss and he was a fucking double agent. He knows it. He knows why I don't like him.
I just see.
But then he jumps in the elevator. We're ready to go upstairs. He jumps in the elevator with us, and then he's huffing and puffing. I'm like, then take your own fucking elevator. I don't need you to do my job.
So you don't see you two getting back together, or not?
We were never together.
I'm teasing, of course.
He knows what he is.
You don't think you'll ever be on a civil basis with
never.
him?
No.
Really?
Artie Lang, stand-up guy. Like I said, we had our issue, and I explained it to him. I'll explain to Gary why I fucking hate him. He knows.
See,
he caused a lot of the problems back in the day with Howard, because he would run to Howard every single time we were doing something.
But that's his job.
Well, then don't talk to us like we're friends. Then don't talk to us like we're friends.
But that was his job.
That's that phony shit that I don't respect.
Like when you're battling somebody, you want to kind of get in their camp.
He was never in our camp.
No,
God.
No, I don't mean get in their camp. I mean sneak in their camp,
do a little recon and come back and tell people what's going on.
Right.
So, like, that's how I see it. I'm trying to think if we had anybody that would do the same thing.
Right.
Like, did we have anybody over at K-Rock when we were at NEW that would tell us what was going on over at Stern's camp? Yeah. We did.
Yeah? Name them.
I'm not naming anybody.
Name them. We're way smarter. Name them. Name one guy. Go ahead.
I'm not saying anything.
There's not one person alive that can name a guy, except for the guy.
Yeah.
That's why we're way smarter.
But
I took the elevator with Sal today, and we were nice to each other. One of Howard's guys.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. No big deal. But Gary comes in huffing and puffing in the elevator. Then take your own elevator. There's 8 elevators going up to this floor every 2 minutes. Take another one.
I just see. I don't have any problem with him. I saw it for what it is. You're in a battle with someone. He was a good soldier.
Mm-hmm.
For Howard.
Whatever.
That's it. Fred's cool.
Fred rules.
Yeah.
I don't know
Fred
why.
is really,
Fred rules.
He really does.
You know that, this is...
Fred just looks like a happy guy, too. You walk around, you give him a nod, and he's just like, hey.
He looks like Eddie Vedder. I ran into him in the hallway yesterday, and for a split second, I thought Eddie Vedder was coming down the hall.
He does kind of...
I'll tell you why Fred rules. He doesn't get involved with any of this crap.
He seems like another one that
smiles and waves.
Shows over his coat's on.
Oh, yeah. He just smiles and waves.
Get the fuck out.
I feel like when, people from this staff run into people from that staff, it's kind of like that old, the World War I Christmas truce, you know?
Yeah.
Where it's like, we'll exchange cigarettes and chocolate and stuff, but then, once Christmas is over, you go back to your war.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how it is.
You hear from beyond the trench,
Christmas tree,
and then they start with their German version.
Yeah.
That's hysterical.
But, Fred rules. And I didn't even bring this up on the air. New Year's Eve, you know how you do a little dinner before you do a little of that drink and then look at Dick Clark fuck up the countdown thing?
Exactly.
So I go to this restaurant pretty close to my house with a few people, and I'm sitting, and I don't even know if he knows, but Fred walks in with his little posse and sits at the table right next to us.
Oh, yeah? That's cool.
There's no problems. No. See him in the gym. He boxes, I box.
Oh, yeah?
There was one time we were boxing side by side. And it's
Duke
just
it
like,
out?
I wouldn't. You know what? I've seen him hit a bag.
Yeah?
He's pretty fucking, he's all right.
Got some juice?
He's got some juice behind that punch. But anyway, this started with the Artie Lang thing. And, honestly, no jokes. Not going to go after the fucking guy. Nothing.
I hope he...
we wish nothing but the best. Artie knows a lot of the guys that does this radio show for us.
Yeah. I hope he's able to, get rid of them demons.
Right.
He's been having a problem with that for a long time.
And if you haven't seen it, Artie Lang's last appearance on Jimmy Fallon had me fucking rolling.
I know, I saw that one.
Fucking rolling. If you're looking for something to do during the break, maybe do a quick YouTube. Artie Lang on Jimmy Fallon. I told him, too. I think that was the last time I talked to him. I said, Artie, holy shit, that Fallon appearance. Wow.
Yeah, he did a good job on that one.
Really good. So,
enough of this ass kissing.
Well, not ass kissing, but the guy's fucking...
I'm just fucking with you.
The guy's in a fucking spot, man.
I know, it's terrible.
So, I mean, and whatever. I was going to go on a fucking soapbox about... whatever. All right, listen. Norton was on Leno last night. We're going to go to break with
who's he?
Norton's appearance. No shit.
Jim Norton?
I think he's ready.
Never heard of him.
I think he's ready to jump on someone else's coattails at this point.
Oh, that coattail skipper.
I think he's a flea ready to hit another dog.
Ready to jump onto another dog?
Fucking our little Jimmy is just blowing up. He had another great appearance on Leno last night. We'll go to break with this, and when we come back, Patrice O'Neal joins the festivities.
Hi,
All right, we'll get into it. Patrice O'Neal in studio.
True.
Just giving...
I agree with you, man.
I don't know where to start with Patrice. He just gave us a lot of stuff in that last 5 minutes.
How you guys doing, man?
Well, you decide on that, Mike?
Sorry.
There you
How
go.
you guys doing, man?
We're all right.
Happy holidays or happy whatever you're supposed to say.
Yeah, whatever. We had an attitude adjustment. We needed to get out of here for 2 weeks, and now we're happy again.
I needed a month. I've still got a month. I ain't working until next week. A month and 2 weeks, man.
You needed to just, kind of get off the grid?
Oh, Jesus. I was babysitting, dog sitting, just being square. Rethinking. Happy that I'm actually a comic.
Were you assessing?
No.
Self-assessment?
Yeah, well, yeah, because I'm disappointed in show business. It's just anything that, you get into the business and you go, I'm a funny guy. I like funny. Yeah. Boy, show business is here for a piece of shit like me who can make a buck making people laugh because I'm a funny dude. I get into it. And in the 18th year, I just realized one thing you don't need in this business is integrity. You're a fucking idiot if you have some type of a core value system. It's useless.
You know something?
It just makes you stupid to fucking do that. There's no karma. There's no justice. The devil runs show business, and I got in it. It's like Serpico. It's like if you grow up as a kid, this business. If you grow up as a kid, and your thing is, I'm gonna make sure that no one gets bullied. I'm gonna make sure no one gets fucked over. I'm gonna make sure jocks don't push around the other kids, and I'm gonna be a natural cop. Then you grow up and you go, you know what? Transition will be that. Then you go find out that actually saving kittens out of a tree. All your other cop friends will say you're a fucking idiot if you go and do things that you think cops are supposed to fucking do.
Yeah.
Same thing with this business. You just go, hey, man, you funny. You fucking do things. You laugh. Make people laugh. And it's all good, right? Fucks no, nigga. It drives you crazy. When Bobby comes in here, we talk.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, me and Bobby, he is probably my closest comedic friend. There's two different kinds. There's your friends and then there's your comedic friends. Bobby is close to being in the real friend category. And we talk, but now we have these talks where I'm like, this fucking business. And Bob has transitioned into, I don't do the dude thing, but Bobby has transitioned into everything is wonderful. Look at the bright side, guy. And I'm like, go fuck yourself. Look at the positive side, dude.
And
we
when
out
did
here
that
doing
happen?
It happens when you are trying to be you in this business and they rape you. I'm looking at Gilbert Arenas and it hit me yesterday. The only unforgivable crime in this country is if you make white people upset. Gilbert Arenas, the gun didn't bother people. It's not the gun. It's his non-contrite attitude.
That was true.
And they must make niggas pay for your non-contriteness.
Patrice, that happens to white guys too, though.
It
really does.
When I say niggas, I mean everybody. Make a nigga pay.
Yeah, if you're not contrite, no matter what color you are, yes, they don't appreciate that.
I meant niggas. I should have said because men.
That goes across the board. Absolutely.
Let me give you an example of something. Arenas, the gun thing, whatever. It was happening. They were looking into it, whatever. But he got suspended and fined for not being contrite. You're absolutely right. Now, if you remember,
in reality, not the legitimate reason, but in reality, that's why.
But if you remember, we got suspended it was not for the fact that a homeless guy came in and started talking about Condoleezza Rice and having sex with the
first lady
queen
at the
and
time.
The first lady.
And
it wasn't
blah, blah,
that.
blah. Right.
If you remember, we slide on that. It was, we weren't contrite about it, and we had goofed on it a little bit the next day or the next 2 days, and that's what suspended us. So, it's the same fucking thing.
Yeah, with the
same fucking thing.
Well, I should have said nigga. When I said nigga, I didn't mean black people.
Right, I'm Sicilian.
I I just meant right now.
We understand that.
It's just a bad
but Patrice,
situation.
What got Gilbert was the picture which made me laugh so fucking hard when he's on the sideline with the two fingers like it's guns, and his teammates are around him and they're all laughing their asses off.
That got him in trouble right there.
I thought that was the greatest thing I've seen in a long time. I was laughing my ass off.
Well,
that was sort of making fun of the situation, and he's got some shit to deal with, and he's still freaking, mocking it.
Two, you know how you get sayings in your life that mean something to you for how long it does? One is there's three sides to every story. It just hit me. I never heard it before. It just hit me. There's three sides to every story. Yeah. Yours, mine, and the truth. I thought that was genius, but somebody was like, "You never heard that?" And I was like, "No."
It is a good one.
But my tendency is to believe Gilbert but the way these sportscasters, and this is going back to show business. It's just like these guys, you can see the transformation where he was this witty, wonderful guy that we liked. Mm-hmm. And then how dare you make light of this? He said, look, I brought the gun. Me and the guy was gambling. I brought the guns to say, you better give me my money, motherfucker. But I was joking.
It's a joke, right?
And my guns were unloaded. I just showed him that because it's cool to see guns. When I seen your guns, it's cool to see guns.
Cool to see guns.
It's just cool to see guns.
Yeah. Absolutely.
When you don't own a bunch of guns, and you have movie guns, which is beautiful,
Video
man.
game guns.
Movie game
guns. He's got video game guns.
It's a beautiful thing.
I just bought an Uzi.
Is that legal?
Yeah.
Is that legal?
It's fantastic.
It's legal.
9mm
I don't think
Uzi.
a Uzi's legal.
Yeah, because I got a 16-inch barrel on it. I can't have the
that's
short
amazing.
barrel.
Ant knows all the rules.
Can't have the short barrel.
That's just amazing.
You're not going to trip Ant up.
Piss it
No,
up.
I didn't try to trip him up. I'm like, I thought Uzis were.
It's fucking great.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Yeah, it's fun.
Can you kill a motherfucker with that if he comes to your house?
Holy shit!
Oh,
if I want to pick
I'm saying
and choose.
without
Oh yeah, that wouldn't be a problem. It's a legal weapon.
And if they come in your home, you can still defend yourself to the death?
Yeah, based on if it merits deadly physical force as per the laws, you could use whatever gun you want. As long as,
As I'm sitting home for the month and a half, next week I work again in Tampa, and I just came to the realization that I wasted 18 years. I just wasted 18 years of having some type of issues with how I conduct myself. You know what I mean?
Really?
I try to conduct myself with respect, and it's dumb.
You don't see it as a growing process.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
It's fucking dumb.
You're maturing.
Dude,
you went from the guy you were, because I look back at the guy I was, let's say, that many years ago, whatever. Okay. It ain't the same guy I am now. I mean, I laugh at the same shit. I'm the same guy, but there are certain aspects of my life that I had to just kind of, and maturing sometimes is getting immature. That's you could mature by getting more immature. You know what I mean? It's not I don't think you wasted your time. That's for sure.
I just feel like I did. I feel like a lot of people in this business are acute. There's a lot of prosperous people who no one respects, no one likes as a human being. Everybody thinks is a douche, but they just are prosperous.
Yeah.
And their families
well.
are prosperous.
But maybe
they're
just
miserable. Pieces of dog shit.
Maybe they're miserable.
Couldn't be more miserable than me.
All right. No, I understand that. I'm just saying the grass is always greener kind of shit.
I hate the fact that I have to look at somebody, Comic Buddy right now is this dude, he's diabetic too. And he's about the same age. He's going blind, and I hear he got cancer and all kind of shit. Jesus. So I have to look at him at the age he is, close to mine, and his situation, and go, well, I could be
there, but for the grace of God,
I have to look at his horror to feel better about I just basically, for real, I don't need a lot of money. I basically am getting sick of, this sounds like a fucking crazy rant, I'm getting sick of bitches having opinions, and that's all I get to see is fat black bitches, old white bitches, dykes.
All over your TV.
I'm watching Tyler Perry. His biggest character is Medea.
Yeah, Medea.
And I'm like, wow, you know what? To be a fucking man, you have to dress as a bitch and act sassy
Right.
To be able to be a sassy
the
motherfucker.
Sassy fucking, I'm going to show you kind of thing. He's got to dress like a bitch.
I just want to do all this.
You're never going to dress like a bitch.
I've dressed like a bitch before.
When did you dress like a bitch?
In a movie called In the Cut. They had me dressed as a transsexual pimp doorman.
I think I saw that. Yeah. Was this clip online?
It probably is.
Is this clip?
And
I saw that.
And
I don't remember.
And
this
it was
one.
done. It was the lady that did the piano. So, what's her name that did the piano? The director.
Oh shit! Huh?
Anyway, she's one of those directors. She was like the Daniel Day-Lewis of directors. She would direct something every 16 years and then get an Oscar. Yeah. So I went in and read for this part. I go, fucking my career. Bye-ho! I'm playing a faggot. This is it. Retards or a fucking transsexual doorman, nigga? I'm in. With Meg Ryan and Mark Ruffalo?
You're in.
Where do I sign up, right?
Right. So I'm just sitting there and I look at that and go, I'm just a big faggot for no reason because I tried to do the tap dance to get something that I really don't know what I want. But now I know what I want, and I really don't need a lot of money from what I want. I really just want to sit down and have an opinion about anything. That's why this is an enjoyable place to come.
Yeah, you
just fucking say what the fuck you want.
Hope for the best.
But the game is very. For a month and a half, I didn't miss comedy.
All right, let me go to Lady Trucker.
Really?
Lady Trucker is going to
gentlemen.
summarize what you're saying here.
Oh, sure.
Patrice, I'd like to welcome you to Midlife Crisis.
Is it a midlife crisis thing, Patrice?
I don't know what. The only context I have for midlife crisis is like a white dude who buys
who buys Uzis,
who buys small cars,
sports cars and Uzis.
I'm not sure I'm having a midlife crisis. I'm really not positively sure of that. I can't say I'm not because I don't know the rules of a midlife crisis. But again, I'm 40. To white guys, that's fucking teenage years. Y'all start having families at 56.
Right. For a black guy, though, 40s.
For a black guy, that might be a midlife crisis.
Getting up there, 40.
You know, if I feel a tingling in my pinky, I'm like, oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
And I go, am I going to just die in here? Like, I went to eat. This is what I did over the whole thing. You know, I was into being a vegan for a minute. I started eating fish, and here and there, I just needed it. I was starting to suffer. Because some of the stuff you have to substitute for meat is worse than meat, you know? It's just annoying.
But soy fucking.
But meat is a terrible thing. It's just, then you start reading about what they put in food. It's all fucked up. So, anyway, I went to a raw thing.
Restaurant?
A restaurant where they just, everything's raw.
Right.
And I said, yeah, I'm going to open my mind to this. Sat down, had raw lasagna.
What?
Exactly.
How do you how do you have
what
that?
Is raw?
Dude.
How do they make raw lasagna? I understand.
It was out of
other dishes, but you have to cook lasagna.
You don't.
What, are the noodles crunchy?
Well, I had a delicious meal of spaghetti. Raw spaghetti. Made out of, guess what they use spaghetti as?
Squash.
I know, squash.
That they
Hold on.
shaved and
Now
spaghetti.
now you guys shut up for a minute. Me and Ann had a squash dinner once from our exes.
Our exes got together and said, we're going to make you dinner. You guys are going to come home from work. Make sure you come to the house because we got a surprise for you guys. So me and Hope, we're run out of work.
We're thinking about the best piece of steak or something
I'm
nice.
Steak or, something really cool.
Nice bottle of wine, something hearty. It's fucking
great.
winter in Boston.
We get over the house, and both of the girls had just made squash spaghetti. And they're like, here you go. And we're like, what is it? We're not saying. We're not saying try it. Just eat it. I ate this, and I was like, this.
We didn't even eat it, Ed.
I took like a bite.
Tried it.
And
it was
said,
disgusting.
This sucks a dick.
I could say to this day, worst meal ever.
Horrid.
And then they're all pissed off because we're not enjoying
now
their
they're
stupid
mad at
squash
us.
fucking dinner. Squash spaghetti dinner.
I think we went out to the bar right after that.
And got pizza.
Like, fuck you. Pizza and a beer.
And they were motherfuckering us. Like, well, then don't make us fucking squash
Throwing away
spaghetti.
that squash spaghetti.
I think
the dog didn't even eat it, Ant.
No.
We used to kick under the table.
My buddy I went with, he's really a health nut now, and he's just into working out, which is fine. And I was open to it. And
Did you try? What did you think?
I go, you know what? I said, I'm not going to even fool myself to him. He goes, man, let's do this for 5 days. I said, no. I go, this is unless they can fucking guarantee me immortality. If I live forever, I'll eat raw food. If you can guarantee me I'll never die like Dracula. But if you say I'm gonna die at 70, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not gonna fucking suffer through this. Cause the raw lasagna, here's how you eat raw food. You always compare it to real food.
Yeah. Visually, you're like excited. Your brain's like, fuck, this is lasagna.
They make it out of zucchini, bananas, fried, like the plantains. They have, macadamia cheese, and this is how they make the cheese.
Jesus Christ. This sounds fucking horrible.
Macadamia.
Don't make it look like cheese and
raw food cheese. And look, man, some people eat raw. And look, raw food keep you alive. That shit, that really does help you live.
You do feel better when you eat some of that raw shit.
You do. But you make the cheese, they put it in a blender and with some shit, and they make it into a paste.
It didn't taste like cheese, did
And then
it?
they put it into a dehydrator. And it takes 2 days or a day for all of the, it's like, I have to plan my shitty raw meal 2 days from now. 2 days. Like, 2 days, I gotta start going, oh shit, I better make my goddamn macadamia nut cheese.
Because I'm gonna really want that in 2 days.
And every bite is like, whoa, this is raw. Tastes just like some shit I really want to eat, but this is not what I want to eat. Like it just. Yeah. So my point is, for a month and a half, you're sitting around determining what you really are. Just from that's what I do every year, and I determine.
You reflect at the end of every year. That's why I said I think everyone goes through that around Christmas and New Year's, and then that's why I'm glad when January 1st is here. It's like, all right, enough of that fucking reflecting shit.
Another thing that scared me was 3 things that happened to me. I realized I'm unfriendly. One thing, I'm not going to fucking eat raw food. And 2009 scared me. I was scared for the first time ever, is that the year went by
too fast.
And I lived it. Meaning, I'm here today. I'm thinking of September right now. And September will be here. Meaning, usually at the end of the year, you go, whoa! I remember every story, every second. I remember when it happened. I saw that was in February. Meaning I lived day by day, the 365 days of 2009, and it went by fast. Do you understand what I'm fucking saying? Meaning,
it's a midlife crisis.
My life
that's a
is
I don't need any more.
around.
I don't need any more info. You got that midlife crisis.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Fucking, I remember January 1st in Vinny's shitty room on New Year's Eve, man.
Here's what happens. You got
to get Uzi.
When you're young, when you're young, you're waiting for things. When you're a young guy, you're waiting for things. You're constantly looking forward, especially when you're a kid. You're looking forward to Christmas. You're looking forward to your birthday. You're looking forward to summer vacation. When you look forward to things, it takes
can't move
forever.
fast enough, right?
It takes forever. Now, when you get older, you're putting shit off. You got bills. You got bitches. You got all kinds of shit that you don't want to happen. So it fucking creeps up on you so quickly that time seems to fucking shoot right by. And then before you know it, that was 3 years ago? What? Huh?
Yeah, you're right.
It is.
Supposedly you get...
That's why we gotta play Kick the Can. Kick the Can.
There you go. Supposedly, though, you get over this whole midlife crisis bug, and then you just move on with your life. Supposedly.
I just don't want to die.
It could last a couple
before
years.
I really put a foot in somebody's ass that means something.
Yeah, you want to kind of make a mark? What do you want, a legacy or something?
I don't think of those things. I don't even think of wills. I didn't think of none of that shit.
Who gives a shit about the will thing?
Well,
they'll figure it out after we're gone.
I want to leave my Jersey City condo to my girl.
Yeah, the government will take the whole fucking thing.
I like to leave my mother's shitty dying poinsettia bush.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, your mom got
to my neighbor.
Your mom got you a poinsettia.
It's just dying.
Worst plant ever.
I fucking water it every day, and they just the leaves. I was so depressed. This is just dead leaves all on my table. I won't move, and they just.
Wow,
dude! If you saw
end of the year really nails you up the ass, doesn't it?
If you saw the poinsettia growing in your backyard, you would just chop it down, thinking it's a weed.
It's the worst.
Why the fuck are we buying these things?
My mother wanted me to have a Christmas spirit so bad when she came to visit. I said, Mom, just stop forcing. Like, my mother just now got happy because she's in her 60s, so she's trying to change. But she's miserable, too. Like, it's in my blood. I'm just surrounded by misery. My girl's miserable. We had a long talk about how miserable she is. And
really?
And how, because we was in the store, she had to buy the Wii for her daughter for Christmas, of course. So we were in the store. And it's just, I will say, I have to say this, just white people are just nicer. You're not better people, but just on the bullshit, just regular bullshit, you're nicer. Just nice people. And then two white people were trying to help her with this Wii thing, and she's like, "What's nunchucks?" She just says it out loud in the store. "What's these nunchucks?" And this guy who doesn't work there,
doing that.
just with
What's these nunchucks?
Yeah, what's Wii nunchucks? And just standing there, some guy that didn't even work there is like, "Oh, this is this, and why is one black and the other one not black?" And he just was helping as if he worked here, and she just went, "Oh." Then she gets up to the counter and the white girl goes, "I hear you're buying the Wii. You know that the Mario is great for the Wii." And my girl just looks at it and just, thanks. So we're in a car and I'm looking out the window and I'm just reflecting on us.
Holy
and
shit,
she goes, "You know what? I don't think you like me." I go, "So what?" Right? But she goes,
what she was looking for.
But she goes, "You know, I think you really don't like me." And I just go, "You're not likable." And she goes, sometimes I feel so lonely." I go, "Because you're miserable. You're not a friendly person." We didn't meet under friendly conditions. Me and my girl didn't meet like at the fucking bar. Like, hi,
having a good time.
I met her at a voiceover at a Spike Lee at the 25th hour at a voiceover, and I thought she was a cunt when I said, "This cunt. I hate this bitch."
Yeah.
And when we met, we didn't have no fucking courtship, but then we just ended up together. And a lot of times right now, because we've been together so long, we have square people conversations that I have to close my eyes and look back and go, "Wait a minute, we didn't have no fucking love affair, bitch." Like, I hated you. And there's parts of you I still hate, but I got to know. I'm the same way. I'm one of those people like, once you get to know Patrice, I'm not a fucking good guy right away. I'm a great guy after
a while,
after years. I'll say years. I think I could talk.
Patrice has the age like fucking wine or Jack Daniels in a cask or some shit.
Over the years, how long have you been doing the show for real?
Jesus,
10 years?
Before y'all, a little bit before you left NEW.
So 2000, you probably started in 2001, early 2001, I would guess. So
maybe
we've known you a long time. I would say, Patrice, the most intimidating guy we've ever had on the show as a regular. Easily.
Really?
Who do you put up there?
Intimidating? No.
When you first meet Patrice? Holy shit, yeah. Name someone else that's more intimidating than Patrice over the years.
When we first met?
It took a while to warm up.
What? I didn't know that.
Hell fucking yeah.
Wow. No.
Now we sort of know how we all, all our inner workings, but at first, there was a little holy shit, this guy's intense. Funny as hell, but intense.
I didn't feel that.
Intimidating.
No, I thought it was...
Who would you put up there?
Because
then?
he was a comic, I didn't feel that way, you know? You was saying funny shit. It was like, it's funny. It's not like, if he was a boxer or some shit and came in, I'd be like, ew.
All right, who do you put ahead of Patrice?
As a
comedian-wise, yeah. That's someone that, when they first started doing the show, was intimidating.
I think, DePaulo is even more intimidating, because he's just...
DePaulo's up there.
And he's one of those guys.
DePaulo's up there.
Where I love Nick.
I love Nick, too.
You know
when
what?
people go, is he really like that? I go, yeah.
Yes.
You know what? Anthony might have nailed it.
Because Nick is
intense,
salty.
Oh.
Because Nick, he's a victimized white guy.
Yep.
He fucking thinks the world is out to get him.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So he has no friends.
And he's very,
you nailed it, Ant.
he's a nasty man. but I love him. I do love him. And I think he's fucking hysterical. But
Nick is a mess.
But he's nasty.
He will rip your head off. No problem. No problem. And that's when you're getting along with him.
Yeah.
All right. You know what, Ed? I asked you, and you came.
I think that's the one.
You came through. Well, we got Bob Kelly outside.
What?
Babu.
Nice.
We should take a break.
Like Bobby.
Taking shorter breaks today, which is nice.
But anyway, to sum it all up and say, guys, I appreciate coming on here, because I think getting to scream all that stuff out.
Patrice, maybe you know, because I can relate to you, believe it or not. A lot of people probably go, no, but believe it or not, there's times where you just fucking like, this show is pretty much all I do. And then I leave, and aside from occasionally going to the range and popping off some rounds, most of my time is spent sitting on my couch, watching television in a giant empty house. So I have time to reflect and look around and go, what the fuck am I really doing? It's like I'm existing for the show, but then all the other time is waiting. Like I'm waiting for something that nothing's going to happen. I wait for the weekend, and I go, the weekend's here, and then I go, why did I wait for the weekend?
And there's people out there that just think that this conversation is sickening because we're in show business.
We got good spots.
But my thing is, like, if I ever argue with a plumber about whatever, I go, I didn't listen. I compare my misery to my fucking self. I made the decisions that I made.
Right.
You decided to fucking be a plumber. That's what plumbers do. I don't compare my choices to your, because I'm not a square. This is why I respect what we do more than doctors or anything else, is because you can be a doctor if you decide to be.
True, yeah.
Like, there's just no leap of faith as a doctor. You just go, I'm going to school. That's why everybody's mother goes, yay, you're going to be a doctor. That's why my mother was like,
he's
Ma at 22, she saw a boy become a man who still lived at the house, and my decision, my drum roll was comedian. And she went,
That is the truth.
You know what it is? There's no finish line. Like you're
still falling.
A lot of parents want the guarantee.
Like you said, a doctor.
Your kids to have a guarantee.
There's a line when all of a sudden they hand you paper after years of school and money and shit, and you step over that line and I'm a doctor. We're in this gray area of,
it could end tomorrow.
What the fuck is it?
And we made the choice.
Right.
See, that's the thing, is people they're complaining about, motherfucker, this shit ain't. This
complaining?
Sometimes my mother I think I might get this deal and shit. And she goes, here's time for you to buckle down. I go, are you giving me fucking advice on my shit that I've done alone? You don't have a passport, Mom.
She's just...
You're not worldly. But I sit here and I listen to her be a mother.
A motherly
Which is why
advice.
women have kids,
motherly.
just to have somebody that's forced to listen to them.
Yeah.
But we have arguments now because I don't have to listen to my mother. I go, Ma, what the fuck are you talking about? Legitimately. Not Ma, what's going on? Like, Ma... Yes, have a seat. I could just feel you drifting away. Just sit down. Your feet are swelling up. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because this business is so lonely. Because no one believes in you. When you go, I'm gonna be a comic, everyone goes, it's like, you ever try to tell somebody an actual dream? Man, I fell asleep last night, man. It was a unicorn with a gun, and he had on boots. That's what you should say when you say you would go to show business.
Yeah.
Alone.
To you, it was like fucking, I
used to fucking go outside, right? When you first start out, you can only get a gig every 2 months. Every 2 months. And I used to go outside and just go someplace pretending I was going to do comedy, so she didn't think that this was a fiasco.
Shit.
I'm telling you. So now it's like you at this point. It's a lonely game. That's what people... Look, you know Gavin? You know Big Gavin and shit?
We love Gavin.
Man, he gets so hurt at how bad of friends we are. We're not real friends. Like, me and Bobby might talk every 6 months.
Bobby's in the back there. There's Bobby.
Fucking Brando. Fucking.
We used to pass Gavin off on each other like, I used to go.
Coming out.
He's a big motherfucker.
Wait a minute, that's my nigga, but Gavin couldn't understand that we're not real friends. We're lonely people, and he didn't understand that me and Bobby would talk every month. The last time me and Bobby talked, Bobby gets on the phone and goes, oh, dude, you know what? It's been 3 weeks. I haven't thought about you in 3 weeks, man. So what's going on? Like, he started out by saying, you know what's weird? I didn't even think of you in 3 weeks.
That's my mind.
And I go, okay, Bobby, we picked up from a conversation we had 3 weeks ago. And then we're not going to talk again for another month and some change. That's the lifestyle. It's just.
But you can have friends like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that can relate to that.
I don't like. I couldn't imagine a daily friend like fucking Jughead and Archie kind of everyday
just
friend.
Just around.
You'd rather be alone in your house reflecting.
I would. You know something? There are a lot of times I might be miserable, but I'd rather be alone. Like I'm just sitting there going, what am I doing? I'm flipping through the channels, drink a little wine. I'm sitting there going like, yeah, there's no one here. And then I think of someone being there, and I go, ugh. Yeah. Like, I don't want to talk to anybody.
It's so...
I don't want to fucking talk.
It's easier to be alone.
I'm alone.
It really is.
But I don't want to talk to anybody.
That's what my woman doesn't understand. She thinks I hate her. You don't understand, sweetie. My loneliness is so important to me. And don't try to help me not be lonely.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like anybody right now. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to see anybody. Yeah. I just want to be introverted Grinch. If somebody saw my holidays from Thanksgiving to now, it would be a sad scene in a movie that somebody would think they wrote. Just if you did a time lapse of me just sitting around jerking off 3 times a day. 3 times a day.
That's your holiday.
I have mastered left hand mouse.
Oh, yeah.
Jerking off to the right, and I'm sitting there looking for the exact right porn.
And you never get it. We were talking about it
yesterday. How it's like,
you never find the exact.
How you go, this is the one. I'm going to finish to this one. And then you're just about ready and go, nah, there's a better one. And hours go by. Hours.
And then you end up coming as you rewind it.
You come and you go like, why did I waste so much time?
Did you ever come and not feel anything? You waited too long. The feeling slowly leaked out over a half hour.
And you're just mad that you spent so much time doing that.
Finding that perfect moment. We never find the perfect moment.
It's just.
But Patrice,
I wouldn't trade it in.
No.
Patrice, you do realize a lot of the stuff you're saying, most guys out there can relate to, and men, I'm sure some of the women as well.
We are creeps.
Holidays suck. They really do suck the older you get.
People don't want to. People don't. I think death is starting to bother me.
It's a midlife crisis.
Yeah,
you feel every fucking pain in your body.
Like,
now.
No, you know what? In my lifetime, I've only can imagine Elvis as being the comparative. No one has cared about the death of anybody more than Michael Jackson in my life. In my lifetime.
That was a biggie.
JFK, Elvis, Michael Jackson, huge.
Yeah.
John Lennon. Nobody gives a fuck.
Lennon was a biggie.
Lennon, but nobody cares. Nobody fucking gives a shit.
No, dude.
So you're just here and you're
once
gone.
You accept that,
you're done.
Once you accept that,
just go with it.
Done. Yeah. Then you're done with it. Then it's just like, all right.
And I'm more important than most people. People know my name, but there's a guy right now that's just nobody gives a fuck.
At least you'll be on the internet
for a little bit.
The internet's kind of giving everybody a little immortality for as long as that lasts.
And I want fucking to be burned.
You do?
I do not.
Alive?
No. Fucking cremated. Because I don't want to be anybody's oil. In the year 40 billion.
Oh.
You don't want to pump into
I don't want it just be oil.
It's like, this is what my life came down to?
Fucking brontosaurus. Some brontosaurus is my fucking oil.
Yeah.
No. Burn me, motherfucker.
How's this?
I'm not in somebody's fucking flying car, nigga. Fuck you.
How's this? After you die, there will be thousands and thousands of beautiful days. Just beautiful days for other people to enjoy.
Shut up. That's horrible.
Look, there's a beautiful sun coming up here in New York City today, and there are millions and millions of people that are not going to see it today.
Oh,
fuck.
That's creepy.
Why don't we take a break?
That was my holiday. I appreciate it.
If we're going to continue with this, we better get some pot.
We'll talk about something.
We're going to have fun after the break. Because I just creep myself out.
We'll talk about this commerce officer that used to have a big dick.
Yeah, all right. We're gonna dumb it down.
Nigga.
We're gonna dumb it down after the break. Go on. No. Questions later. We're on.
I don't know what that means.
Opie knows when let me ask you a question means.
No.
It's going to go.
Not good.
My man was just showing me his goods. His goods.
It actually made it on a website already.
It did?
Yeah. People like to post things like that.
But why don't you get like a 6-shooter?
I don't like a 6-shooter.
Like fucking Clint Eastwood.
Because it's 6. I'd rather have like 9 or fucking 10. You keep your gun clean, everything's nice.
Do they make an automatic handgun like in the video games?
Like RoboCop, his handgun.
Not allowed to own.
But they have them.
Auto pistol, like a Mac 10 or a Tech 9.
No,
like a
fucking Desert Eagle.
Yeah, like in Call of Duty. That.
No, it's a machine pistol. But
do they have them?
Yeah, they got them. But I mean, like I said, they're big and bulky. Usually, it's not like you're going to get a nice small.
They don't have a 44 machine gun.
Yeah, you could probably make one.
Or a Glock machine gun.
A machine Glock.
A machine Glock.
They could be modified, I bet. I don't know if they make them. I don't know. I've never looked into it because I can't own. I'm not allowed to own anything automatic, full automatic.
You're not going to trip Anthony up.
Pop, 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 pop. As fast as you pull the trigger, that's all I'm allowed.
Do you own a 6-shooter, like a Western gun?
Yeah, I have 2 revolvers that I got in an auction.
The kind where you got to load a bullet, each bullet, or the kind where you have the thing where you drop the whole thing.
Like a dual? No, it's you open the gate like an old West style gun. I got 2 of those. Six guns.
A 6-shooter? Yeah.
Click, click, click. You shut the gate. Into the holster.
Do you have holster?
No.
Oh.
But, yeah, like that, 6-shooters.
Do you ever walk around listening to Bon Jovi naked with your guns on? Whoa,
cool. No, I never do that.
When I walk these streets.
But they put lists up like of who has permission to have a weapon.
You ever get suicidal?
And Howard's in there. Imus is in there.
In what?
Hannity.
In what?
The list. They put a list of Trump.
Of what?
Of people that are allowed to
carry guns,
tote a weapon around with them,
and officially
all those people have a license to carry.
And within a day, my name was on the list on the internet.
Who else is on there? Who else is on there?
He just told you.
What's her name? Yeah, fucking Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers.
Joan fucking Rivers.
Jesus.
Joan Rivers.
Are you kidding me?
If she pulls the trigger, her whole wrist bone will pop out of it. She's all.
She can't pull a trigger anymore, can she?
You ever get suicidal?
No.
You ever think about, you ever have one of them, I'm just gonna fucking blow my head off?
Never. Oh my God.
Wow, don't own a gun.
I am Mr. Yeah, if you
got that thought.
Like I've talked to Jimmy and stuff, and Jimmy's been over the house and he's seen the collection, and he goes, I could not have a gun in my house. There'd be a day
would happen.
They would just find me with a shotgun in my mouth and fucking,
Fuck that. If it didn't work, then you're just sitting there with smelling that smoke, burnt flesh.
Tyler Durden?
Yeah, exactly. Just like,
No,
I'm not saying in terms of being a suicidal person, but I mean, you get intrusive
Nuts.
What would it be like just to fucking... Like, I've shaved my mustache off before.
That's the same.
But I'm saying, I've been trimming my mustache.
And you fuck it up.
And I've had a thought that went, shave that shit off, nigga.
And then you don't leave the house for 5 days.
Right when you're thinking, you just
a thought that said, do it. That's why I don't hold newborn babies. Like, if anybody gives me throw it immediately. When I was 15, it just punt.
Yeah.
Throw this kid as far as you can. Just in your head, and I just like, dude, I don't like it. But I've shaved my mustache. I've done it once. I've just shaved my mustache.
Does it look awful?
It looks. I look dumb without a mustache. I look
He looks like Victor, half woman, half man.
Do you have a picture of me with no? I look like Fantasia. I look awful without a mustache. But I'm just saying. So I'm not saying you was just sitting around. I'm gonna kill myself. But just like have a pistol and just go. Damn, I wonder what it's like just to shoot myself in the head.
Nah, the thing with guns are you understand the huge power it has and the immense responsibility of having one. And
really, Spider-Man?
Really? I am Spider-Man.
Shut the fuck up, nigga! With great pistols comes great responsibility.
I know you have a superhero outfit in your fucking house.
Fucking melodramatic motherfucker.
You know why?
A shirt with an A on it.
I swear to you, I'll be honest with you. You don't realize that until you own one. Like you could go like, fuck you with that shit. But the second you own one, you start thinking, this fucking thing can kill people.
Fucking.
Like,
dude, if I had a fucking gun, you're just that type of person. Dude, I have a sword. I have a sword at my house, and I swing it around all the time.
What if you had a sword?
If I had a gun, it would wind up just on the table. I'd be careful at the beginning, but then after a few months, it'd be on the table. I'd have a fucking
machine should come over and chop you up with it. You fucking.
Bobby's right, percentage, as a percentage of why you have a gun. Yeah. What's the percentage of protection? The percentage.
Percentage of protection? Probably 90. Yeah.
You have a gun 90% for protection?
Yeah. Well, no, I enjoy shooting it too. So I think it's kind of hard to. You can't really do a percentage because I enjoy going to the range. I enjoy shooting them. They're fun. But I also enjoy that. Yeah, I have the right to protect myself.
You never just leave it out at night and fuck. There's like you come down. There's like a gun over there and a gun over there.
That's pretty responsible.
They get locked up. I know
being
exactly
a really irresponsible person. He's really
irresponsible. That's why I'm irresponsible with everything else.
Say everything again.
Everything.
Everywhere.
I got like.
That's what's weird about Anthony when it comes to his guns. Though, major responsibility.
Alarmed.
Yeah.
Everything. I mean, you got to James Bond yourself in to fucking even see the goddamn things.
Dude, I would leave it out all the time. I would forget it on the table all the time.
You would be that guy.
Dude, I leave plates and video games on my computer
and if you have
on.
Kids and you leave it around, it's a crime. Even if they don't pick it up and fucking shoot themselves or you or something like that, it's illegal to just leave it unattended.
Because I don't know what you sometimes.
There's two different conversations going on. Patrice is asking me stuff. You guys are talking. No, which is fine.
I'm looking at Fantasia.
Can I just say something?
Perfect. That she was on TV.
She is my that's my type of black girl.
Get the fuck
that's
out of here.
If I
get way better than Fantasia.
Dude, I like that African.
Oh, fucking
Bobby likes. If he's gonna be with a black girl, it's gonna be. It's like a white guy. Right. He'd rather be with like.
He likes Bush
fucking
woman.
Buffy. Bobby wants to be with like LaQuisha, and that's what fucking Fantasia.
But you know what? You did fuck it up. She has Patrice's mouth.
Yeah, now you're fucked.
Now you fucked it up for me.
Patrice was
the same mouth. I can just picture him going, Bobby, you want to fuck me? I'll fuck you, you motherfucker.
Patrice was asking me if I have a gun, and I certainly do not, because of what Anthony was saying about Jimmy and what Bobby was saying. I just know
you get
and
you know jiu-jitsu.
No, I don't get the whole I want to shoot myself, but I know I'm irresponsible.
Temper?
No, it's not even a temper thing. I'll probably shoot myself in the foot by accident.
No, I was kidding.
It's not a temper thing at all. I just know that it'll be laying around. I'll pick it up the wrong way, and I'll shoot somebody in the fucking knee. I just
laying around.
I think about killing somebody.
I have everything else laying around. So what? Am I going to put a?
I think about killing somebody every day. Listen to me.
If I had a designate, I would pray someone kick my door in. So I go, oh, I get to use it.
I fucking think I'm out last night. Every time I walk my dogs, and I try to instill this in my fucking naive wife, who thinks we're living in Ohio. You know, be careful. I got a stun gun. I got everything legally I could have and some illegal stuff. I have a lighter that shoots out a knife that I carry.
Jesus Christ, James Bond.
Bobby has a knife that he twirls and it opens.
It's a butterfly knife.
Butterfly knife?
Fucking ninja stars.
I was out with a misfits. Yeah, but I'm out last night. There's a guy on the stoop next to me, drunk, yelling at his girlfriend. He doesn't live there. He's just hanging out. It's like 12 o'clock at night, walking my dogs. And I walk out, and I'm immediately thinking, all right, I'll grab that old Christmas tree, and I will bash his head until I see fucking brain.
With a Christmas tree?
Yeah.
Well, they are laying around. They're laying around all over New York, so you might as well use them for something.
I don't know. Yeah, it was Christmas tree day yesterday for everybody. But yeah, I think about killing somebody all the time, like every day. I think about it.
You probably should not then own a firearm.
No, because I really...
So you're not homicide? You don't think of...
No. Not like that.
Why would you think about killing yourself? No. He's fucking in his mid-40s, fucking 20-year-olds in a gorgeous house.
I think about having superpowers all the time.
I didn't mean to offend.
I think about having fucking some kind of X-Men power that I can kill somebody with.
X-Men power. Now that would be cool.
To kill people with. Like I don't think about it like to save for justice. Just... Yeah. I really want to have Magneto's powers. I just want to I think about it all the time.
I wouldn't kill people. Right. I would just make people be respectful. Like, that's all I would do.
What an ass.
I would just...
You want people to beg for their lives.
Exactly. I would take them up. I actually thought about this. I would take them up into the atmosphere and shake them. And then like Hancock, the little fat kid, he grabbed them and threw them back down. I would do that.
Yeah. And also freeze them to death when they're up there. Like, people forget the literal...
Now I forgot about Iron Man. You're bringing Iron Man into it now.
That's right.
Cold up there.
The scene from Iron Man.
You get too
But
cold.
you know what? Bobby's not far off, because when you walk around New York City, Bobby lives in the city, I live in the city, there's a lot of fucking assholes out there, and you do wish horrible things on them.
I was sitting
for doing
outside,
the dumbest things to you.
I talked to Matt Frost about this. I'm sitting outside on my cell phone on a curb of a building. As I'm walking up, I saw this hot, young Asian girl, and I looked at her, nothing crazy. She looked at me. She was kind of looking at me like she knew me or she hated my guts, but I chose she knew me.
Okay.
So
we all choose that.
I walk around.
You told me this story too.
She stops by me. She's looking at me. I'm on the phone talking to my manager. Blah blah. I'm not saying anything. I'm talking about a gig or something. Then out of nowhere, she walks over, cringes her face up and goes, "What the fuck did you just say to me? I will fucking kill you! What did you just say to me?" And I'm like, I'm on the phone. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. She's like, "You fucking just said some racist fucking shit." This girl was hot, too. This girl was a hot Asian young girl.
Shit.
Dude,
that's a hot story, by the way.
I didn't know what to...
What did she hear?
She was, dude,
she heard Bobby going, "These gooks are always staring you in the face." Honest to God, what is this gook? What is this nip whore looking at? Is what she said. Is what he said.
But she flipped out so bad, I actually thought that I might be crazy, that I might, like there's another part of me that does say, "You fucking gook." Like, I might be nuts. Because she fucking snapped. And she wasn't dirty. She was young, hot Asian girl.
Some crazy
And she
Asian
fucking, and then she's following me down the street. She goes, "I will and it's either I'm going to fight this girl or I'm going to walk away." And I chose...
knows jujitsu and shit.
Dude, I didn't know what the fuck it was. She goes, "I will fucking step on your head and crush your fucking brain." Some shit like that.
She hates being Asian, huh?
Wow.
She was fucked, dude.
Join the club.
Damn.
I hate her being Asian too. The Asians bug me. They bug me so much that story would be bad for me because they bug me.
Yeah. I got to jump in. One of my favorite things Patrice does is talk about the Asian restaurant owners and stuff. Where you go to the same restaurant over and over again and they can't even give you a goddamn free egg roll. they're seeing you for the
dog
first
shit.
time.
I'm telling you.
Usually, I mean, when you're going out to a lot of restaurants in New York again, you make relationships with some of these people, and all of a sudden they'll go, "Hey, I threw a little dessert in there for you and your wife."
Yep.
Just acknowledging that they see you a lot in their
Not
establishment.
them.
Not the Asian places, though.
I'm gonna tell you, and I ain't bullshitting. I tried to learn. This is how much I don't like them. I tried to learn how to cook my own Chinese food, so I don't have to go back to any of their restaurants.
And you find out it's not as easy as you think.
Hard.
It fucking tastes like it does not taste like theirs.
They have
and you just
special
go,
magic
you
ingredients.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They're just unfriendly. I have Asian neighbors. They just are unfriendly.
Yeah.
She doesn't pick her dog shit up. She just is a mess. And like, but you got to be careful saying that now, because all the people you can tease back in the day,
Yeah, you can't tease
can't tease them no more.
Nope.
Now you got to watch your fucking mouth.
Yeah, Asians wound up getting Powerhouse on their side,
Did
so
they?
you got to be politically correct there.
What?
Well, they did.
Yeah, man.
They wound up
Yeah, they
getting
got
like
rights now and
a
shit.
Reverend Al for Asian people.
Oh, fuck, his name is like, what's his name, Gordon Liu?
No, it's
Lou.
what's the hell's his name?
He got elected to something, though.
What?
John Liu.
Chow Yun Chubby.
He got elected to office now. He's like
Chow Yun Chan.
Chow Young Quao Fat.
Chow Young Fat.
Fucking two squiggly lines and a dot. Jones.
You know what?
a tulip and a question mark with power.
You know, with that, I think we could seg into a little material here because it's about political correctness. You hear about this site, beautifulpeople.com?
Genius.
Oh, really? You know the story then?
Oh, genius.
All right, I'll play it to get everyone on board.
God
and
bless
then we'll
him.
get Patrice's
know
take
what
on
that
this.
is.
God bless.
Log on to the dating website beautifulpeople.com and you won't find any ugly people. Now, according to the site's owners, you won't find any fat ones either.
From this November, which we all know Thanksgiving, all the way through New Year, members had been gaining weight instead of letting themselves go.
So the site dumped 5,000 subscribers who they say overindulged. The website says it received complaints from members that there were too many, quote, fatties roaming around and not enough beauties.
I just think that's horrible. Oh, it's horrible.
Do you really think it's horrible?
Why is it horrible?
Yeah, tell me why it's horrible.
If you're going to beautifulpeople.com to hook up, it's like a matchmaking site.
Right.
You want beautiful people.
And this,
why the fuck is it a bad thing that they don't want fat people on there?
And this site is running a business.
Just go to
and they're
Facebook
realizing
if you want that.
the fatties are hurting their business, so they're taking care of that.
And this is pretty much coming from a room full of people that ain't getting on that fucking site. Believe me. And I'm still sticking up for it.
Oh, my God. I was thinking, can anybody... I have to say... you know what, though? Bobby's beautiful people. Bobby just had a couple of unfortunate cosmetic things naturally happen to him.
Wait a minute,
but
stop.
Bobby is gorgeous, man.
What do you mean, my hair?
Bobby,
my hair?
Old school Bobby was
You used
a
to have it
doll.
going on, Bobby.
Oh, you
But can I just say,
have it going on.
Your face is having trouble getting square again, even though you lost a lot of weight.
Listen. I will be. I understand what you're saying. Let me address this.
Wait, beautiful,
wait,
man.
stop. We get it.
Bobby, I remember those days too. Down at the cellar.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but that's not even my beautiful days. You met me at the end, dude. When I was
I met
fucking,
you when it was
when
all
you
falling
knew
apart.
me, dude. When I was in Al and the Monkeys, back in Boston.
Were you getting some?
Dude,
Bobby
I
was
fucked
gorgeous,
witches.
man.
I fucked witches from Salem.
And survived. That's how fucking beautiful
Only
you are.
motherfucker prettier than Bobby was Nick DiPaolo.
Nick
Nick
DiPaolo.
DiPaolo.
Nick was a good looking
Oh
guy.
my
Was
God.
beautiful.
His
man.
fucking eyelashes. Have you ever seen his eyelashes?
The bitterness like fucking drained.
Motherfucker was beautiful,
Dude,
man.
fucking, oh my God, beautiful. No, that's not even beautiful, Bobby. That's, dude,
That's
you don't even.
you?
Daddy's fucking pictures.
That's Bobby.
That's Bobby.
That's
was
not- that's-
more gorgeous than that.
Dude, I was that's like middle-aged Bobby.
That's you.
Yeah, but that's
You have
not.
all your hair.
Yeah, but
no,
that's
he
not.
don't. His hairline. If you
Yeah.
see his hairline,
No, that's what
it's
I had
starting
to-
to look like picnic basket hairline.
I had to make. I had to make hair.
Oh shit!
I had to take. This is what I had to do. I needed an hour before I went out. In that photo, I had to fucking hang my head upside down, let the curls get wet, and then dry them with hairspray, and then flip them back, and then
creatively you were moving them
it was like a pompadour, but it didn't go off your head.
It was on the sides.
It was like
I
on
had
the side.
I had a comb over on both sides.
Oh shit!
Did you comb up?
I had to comb up.
Before the rooster look.
Oh wow, man!
Yeah. I mean,
wait. But let's get back to Patrice.
Yeah.
What were the problems with Bobby? It's the hair, obviously.
Bobby lost his hair.
Yeah.
And Bobby's face got round, but he lost weight, but he can't get the square.
No,
face.
because I'm not. I'm gonna be. I guarantee you this. I guarantee this. Let me just guarantee this.
No face exercises, nigga.
Yeah, there is.
No face.
It's PX90 for the face.
Dude, I love a good guarantee that'll never happen. Bobby.
I have a guarantee. I will be fucking sexy. I will be sexy one more time in my life.
One more time?
One more time in my life, you will see me where you go, you know what, Bobby? You're sexy again.
I think, Bob, you've done wonders with what after fucking
with what I have. What am I, an old car?
My knee man, after fucking my knee man, and he fucking had to gain weight and stuff.
True, yeah.
Bobby's fucking back to, as far as I'm concerned, he's back to normal. But Bobby's not going to be old Bobby.
I wish I could find a picture. Dane has a video.
Nick is probably the best looking motherfucker I know in terms of comedians. He's a good looking guy.
Yeah, Nick's, I mean, you look at Nick's. You say that, but then look at Nick's eyes. In one of his photos, his eyes.
Well, one isn't half shut and twitching from
but that's all the racism. That's making him blind. You can't count that shit.
Racism sweat.
I say in this room, I think Opie can get on beautiful people. I think. No offense to you, Ed.
I got my own issues.
Yeah, but Opie, you know what?
It's all starting to fall apart in front of your eyes.
There's some people, like I was saying this to somebody the other day.
Is starting.
Oh, damn.
There's some people, that's not even gorgeous, Bobby.
It doesn't look like you, though. That's what's
Jesus,
so fucked
look
up.
at the jaw.
But look at the fucking...
you do. You have a jaw like a
look
fucking...
at the confidence. We haven't seen that in a long time.
Hero.
What the fuck are you talking about? I was at the fucking Madison Square Garden, you fucking idiot.
You have
Look at Bob.
Remember that confidence,
jaw.
you shithead?
You have fucking Superman jaw right there. Clark Kent fucking...
Jesus.
Yeah, but that's not even fucking good-looking, Bobby.
We're not even hearing the sound, right? But what's happening
Please
in
don't
this...
fucking do the sound.
Listen, what's happening is the crowd, the girls wouldn't stop clapping
Listen
for
to the
him.
girls.
I don't get that anymore. I don't get
It's like a little wimpy name, ain't it? Massachusetts.
Well, this is... Oh, please. How did this turn into this? You know what, Danny? I hope you fucking slip on some shit today.
Danny will find anything,
It's
man.
too bad the volume's a little low, or you were ready for a beating.
Killing him, though. They're all
Fucking-
clapping. The
all the
girls
women,
are
look at them.
It's the girls.
They're all sitting up.
masturbating in their seats.
They're all sitting up
Some of the
straight.
guys.
He said
Bobby.
one joke.
lose their
Massachusetts
minds.
sucks, and they clapping.
Dude, I used to be a twink.
Wait, he's Irish, guys.
I look like a little Mexican dishwasher, but
It's true.
Look at the girls.
Oh, look at him like that.
valet my car. I have to do it myself.
Look, you got guns on you and stuff.
What are you doing, Holmes? Come on, help out, essay.
He's holding the mic and he's got like a muscle.
Look at my fucking broken nose. A little pug boxer nose.
And you're starting to get a gut.
No, let me just say something.
Patrice brings it back to reality.
Stop. This
Fat fuck.
I'll be
It's
honest.
the beginning of a fat fucking.
No. This is after my first fat.
What?
This is
How many fats have you had?
I've had 6 fats.
You're counting them, right?
No, 7 fats.
7 fats?
I had a fat when I was in. Wait a minute, I'll tell you my first fat after when my stepdad, the one that used to beat the shit out of me and stuff.
Yeah, was your first fat?
When my mom left him, I got fat because I don't know. We moved into like a 2-bedroom apartment. We ate fucking just rice and chicken, like in tuna and shit
Sounds
like that.
you shouldn't get fat from that.
No, believe me, I just fucking was a fat moose.
Yeah.
And then I blew up, and then my teacher, Mr. DiPerzio, became my dad. I wish he did. That was another guy for a steak. But he became like my dad. He came to the dad potluck supper, but he was a jogger, so I wanted to be like his son. So I started jogging, and I lost all the weight. I ran like a marathon, 5-mile marathon. He came in 9th. I remember we did the 4:20, and he was like, "I want you to win, Kelly," and I won. but I was like the
one
fat
for him.
Yeah, it was weird.
Your
That was my
surrogate
first
dad.
fat.
So needy.
That was my sixth fat. Oh, fucking terrible. I've been looking for a dad ever since. But that's my
Smiling
sixth
girl.
fat. That's my fifth fat.
The
Fifth or
smiling
sixth?
girls.
Yeah.
How many fats you got left in you?
I got 2 more fats. I'm gonna get into shape. I'll probably next time you see me by the summer, because I said fuck it a month ago.
Yeah.
After Thanksgiving, somebody gave me a nipple. Have you ever had a nipple?
What's a nipple?
A nipple is a
Besides, he
pretzel
looks like a
with
different
a white chocolate Hershey Kiss. Melt it, and then you put a fucking M&M on top of it. I fucking lost my mind.
They sell these things?
No, you make them.
You make them?
I fucking lost. I had a nipple, and I've been fucking ballistic ever since.
Good shit.
I just got my shit back together. Oh, dude. I went to the Colognes.
Fucking nipple. You want a nipple in? Let's get some nipples.
I'm gonna make somebody.
Nipples.
Can we make some nipples?
No. I'm gonna get into shape, and then I'm gonna get fat again.
I don't think those are too hard to make, really.
No, you gotta get the.
They're really, really good.
You gotta get the mesh.
I have them
pretzels.
yeah, exactly.
The mesh pretzel.
They're at your house. One of your.
How about peanut butter pretzels?
Yeah, really good.
But you can't fuck with that. They're great.
But anything better than that?
If I went to see Bobby based on this clip,
looking at Bobby,
and I came to his show, say I seen this kid and he's over here, this Robert Kelly. The first thing I would go is, oh my God, what happened to him?
Oh shit!
Like if you saw me, wait a minute, if you saw me now?
If I looked at this.
How long ago is that?
And when I gotta go
We need
see
some
Bobby
perspective.
Kelly.
A year and a half.
A year and a half ago?
How long is this?
You fucking idiot.
How long is this? How long ago is this clip we're looking at?
That's Premium Blend.
Fucking a long time ago.
It wasn't that long because this is the last season of Premium Blend.
No, it wasn't. No, it
Can't be.
Are we talking 10 years?
Was it 10 years ago? Yeah. Hang on. And I'll tell you why. Because I lived in
99. We're looking at.
I lived in L.A. I had to fly in from L.A. for that. I lived in L.A. maybe 8 years ago, maybe 8 or 9.
Look at this fucking crowd.
All women just loving you.
This is Premium Blend?
Yeah, Premium Blend.
Who was the host?
You killed my kid.
I don't know who the fuck was
David
that.
Allen Greer?
I don't know.
My pants.
Maybe.
Is that who you are? Are you the piss the pants
2002
monster?
probably.
2000. No, because it was before September 11th.
Wait a minute. Is that when I was over your house and you cooked? You was that guy?
You know, that's why I moved back from L.A.,
You was
right?
that
Do you understand
guy.
that? That's why I moved back. Because when I was in L.A., that was my 5th fat or my 4th fat in L.A. I was out there. I booked a pilot. I thought I was going to be famous. Never went anywhere. Fucking stayed in L.A. Wound up fucking watching the Food Network every day and started cooking shit. He came over to my house to stay with me, and I knew how to cook everything. But my specialty was barbecue chicken. I knew how to flip it at the right time, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 1.5 minute, 1.5 minute, 50 seconds. And it was perfect, juicy barbecue chicken. And I had this barbecue sauce. He came over, he's eating my chicken. He goes, Bobby, you got to move the fuck back to New York. I'm like, why? He goes, this is the best barbecue chicken I've ever had in my life. You're a cook, motherfucker.
I said, fuck out of here. I said, no one should be able to, you should not be able to make chicken this good. That means you're not working.
You're not working, right.
Yeah.
Right.
God.
You're spending time cooking.
This is too delicious.
My wife would wake up in the middle of the night and have Cornish game hens with fucking almond sauce.
That's depression, man. You learn how to cook like that. That's telling you. You learn how to cook, learn how to make fucking curry chicken, and you just, delicious, and you have no one to invite over. So I'm just sitting there alone eating. I have the entire pot in between my legs, and I'm eating. I have the rice on a spoon, and I dip the rice in the pot with the sauce and the chicken, and I'm just fucking. I'm like, I gotta get a fucking job.
I did that I made a pie one night. I did the same shit. I made a pie at like 3 in the... Dude, I went to Ralph's at 3 in the morning. I had this invention that I was going to do chocolate, then vanilla pudding, then vanilla chocolate, white chocolate, then chocolate pudding, and then whipped cream.
Christ.
I made the graham cracker crust myself by scratch. I did everything. Then I woke my wife up. She got mad at me, and she went back to bed. I ate it by myself with my dogs on the fucking couch. I didn't give them any because they fucking died, but...
Unbelievable. Let's get to part 2 of the beautifulpeople.com website.
Beautiful people.
That's right.
Those who didn't meet the beauty benchmark received an email explaining they had been expelled because of their extra pounds. workouts, some tips on working out, and an invitation to reapply when they slim down. Body image expert Karen Salmonson says the website's harsh rejection could be damaging even to people who aren't on it.
I think it's kind of actually scary. You know, that they would kick off people because they packed on a couple pounds over the holidays. It's a wrong message. I mean, chemistry is such a mysterious thing.
Those behind beautifulpeople.com make no apologies and say what their site lacks in political correctness, it makes up for in honesty.
Yeah, I like the honesty. There's got to be a fatpeople.com out there. Go there.
Yeah, it's called everything else.
Go there for your dumb chemistry.
There is a fat website.
It's a business, and they should run it how they see fit.
And I don't think fat people should. I'm
live?
Serious. I don't think fat people should. Yeah.
It's a placeholder.
Okay.
But it's called. They do have fat couple like hookups. You know.
What about fatfucks.com? Let's see what comes up.
Something will come up. A porn site, right?
It's just a fat fucks, fat porn, fat sex.
Do they have tubby cunt?
Oh, do they have tubbycunt.com?
It's
this whole
no matter what you have.
Is that tubby cunt or is that fat fuck?
Oh, look at this.
Let me see. Can I see if I get into this? I don't know if I like fat chicks. It's not really fat.
You would go. You would definitely go there.
I've been with fat. Dude, I was with some big girls.
Really?
I was with a girl. I was with a black girl in Huntsville, Texas. That I had to hold her tit with 2 hands.
Yeah.
Just a fucking enormous tit.
Big tit.
Big. I got on top of her, and it was like being on an upside-down canoe. Both of my knees didn't hit the bed.
The funniest fat girl story I ever had. It was this girl. I used to, back in the day, we was real disrespectful. You just call the girls where you met them or where they lived,
like Canal Street.
And I call her the fat girl from the Wiz. She used to work at the Wiz.
Was she in your phone like that?
The fat girl from the Wiz, because I had just got back from Australia.
I remember the fat girl from the Wiz. That's so fucked up. I remember. I remember the fat girl from the Wiz. And she flipped out, right?
Dude, she was a soldier. And I met her when I first moved to Jersey City, in like '99, and we talked, and I brought her home, and we was talking about the pocket rocket. Because I bought this girl that I met in Australia a pocket rocket and was going to send it to her. And the fat girl from the Wiz was like, I use that. That's the G4. They go, the G4. I go, yeah. We were talking. We was going about the pocket rocket. We end up talking. She comes over the house. We fucking go at it, right? So I used to have a roommate. And, I learned a lot of my debauchery from this girl, I have to say.
The fat girl from the Wiz.
Yeah, a lot of the horrible shit that I learned to do to
from
girls.
That girl?
It's just because she would lay there and let it happen. I just would do. Yeah. I'm not proud of it because I wouldn't want to do that to my daughter, but I would just do some terrible things to her, and she just enjoyed it.
Is that the one that ate your ass?
She did everything, dude.
Really?
Oh, she just used to call and go, Can you do that fist thing you do?
Oh, that was the worst thing you've ever shown me.
Huh?
You had a fist thing that you did? No.
I fucking hate that.
Just get in there and dig around.
Yeah. You showed me a picture of that once?
You're punching a fucking...
He showed me a picture of that, and he showed me the picture as he's pulling it back out. So, like, some of the inside was, like, outside on his... But it was a vagina. Looked like he punched a fucking plasma wall.
She comes over the house. We have a mission. So I try to sneak her out the house. I'm like, let's go. So we're sneaking down the spiral staircase. And my roommate is down on the phone. He's on the phone. He's like, yeah, how you doing, man? And then he looks up, and he sees me and her leaving. And he looks up, he goes, hey, how you guys doing? And he's talking on the phone. I walk downstairs. I walk back upstairs. He's on the floor laughing. He's laughing. When he took the phone off his head and went, hey, how you guys doing? My stomach, I said, this motherfucker. I walked back upstairs. He was in tears crying.
Patrice, did you think he was going to let you slide at all when you're walking down?
No.
Right? You just knew,
because
right?
he said, how you guys doing? And I was coming down the stairs, nigga, like, doom. doom, 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 doom.
Ooh, the coast is clear.
But in terms of this fucking beautiful people thing, when I go look to the TSA downstairs today when I came in, when you're a visitor, the security guards have to let you in.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the guy to come over. It's a fat guy leaning on the window and comes over to let me in. Yeah. He's just late. Fat people shouldn't be able to have certain jobs, privileges, man. And I'm going to tell you, and being a fat motherfucker, there's many a times that I want to figure out how to catch a nap when I'm not supposed to, like during non-nap times where it's just if I'm supposed to be doing something and I'm just like, man, I would love to just go someplace and be sleep based on being fat, based on being tired. And I agree with this website, man. I agree with what they did. I agree with what they doing in terms of fucking. Look, fat people should be discriminated against from time to fucking time, man. They're an inconvenience.
Added fucking time to fucking time.
I mean, the buying 2 seats thing, for me, I do. I mean, I want
you buy 2 seats?
If I can't afford first class, sometimes first class 3 Gs.
Yeah,
it's just crazy.
Ridiculous.
But if I can't afford first, I'll buy two coach for $325, man, $650.
Yeah. But they fucked with you on that, though.
Fucking thing.
They fucked with you one time because they wanted to give that seat to a stewardess.
Oh,
right?
and she said, "Is someone sitting here? One of those stewardesses that get on when there's no seats?
Yeah.
Is someone sitting here?" And I go, "Yep."
The other half of me.
And the other half of me, my ass, I folded down a thing, and I'm arrogant. I put my hat, my fucking bag right there, and the other person that sits there is looking miserable, and I try to help them out and go, I'm real arrogant. I go, nobody will be there, my friend. Bullet fucking pistol, because I bought it. But the lady goes to you. I pull out 2 tickets, like, hot hell. I buy 2 seats, man, because I need it. I need 2 seats. Some of these fat people can't. It's just.
You're on the brink of needing 2 seats. I don't think you officially need 2 seats yet.
Let me tell you.
You're not one of those people that are like, oh, fuck.
I'm not a 2-seater, but I am a deep breath-taking someone next to me. As if I'm walking down the aisle,
we used to take
motherfuckers is like, Lord, please don't let this giant nigga.
You see him coming and you start praying like, oh, please, no, please, no.
Me and Patrice used to take the fucking Peter Pan to New York from Boston. You know,
that buzz.
We used, and I'd be jammed in. I would just be jammed in on the seat next to him with my head on his fucking shoulder. It's like and we you couldn't care. It was like, fuck it, go ahead, take a nap, Bobby. Look at a napkin in here.
All right, listen, why don't we take a break?
Holy shit.
Hey, Patrice, you were gone for like a month and a half. Did you see Avatar?
Yes.
I want to get your thoughts on it next.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I mean, it's the biggest movie, like they're saying, ever at this point. So let's see what you thought of it after the break.
All right.
And other movies. You see any other movies over break?
I've seen a few.
What am I, fucking chopped liver?
I've seen
I'll
Jill.
with you too,
I've
Bobby.
seen
keeps fucking talking to him like he's a fucking superstar.
With Jill Nicolini.
Yeah.
Whoa,
apparently.
shit.
She's in a new movie?
Apparently, my chances now of getting one last blast is pretty much over.
And I'm trying to talk to Anthony about breakup sex. Bobby, you know what breakup sex is, right?
Nope. Never had.
That's why I go back to Patrice. Patrice, you know.
I never had breakup sex.
I know what breakup sex is, Opie.
All right.
Well, why is Bobby being difficult?
I guarantee
Bobby, did you see any movies during the break?
I saw Avatar.
All right, we'll get your thoughts on Avatar, too. No, Patrice is the movie guy. He sees every fucking movie.
He's not the movie. I've seen it, too.
He's seen way more movies than you ever have.
We're both the lonely
Patrice,
guy.
how many movies have you seen in the last month? Be honest.
Probably 7.
Oh, that's not that
I've seen 18.
All right, Bobby wins.
Bobby can't name 3.
No,
yeah, I can.
We're going to figure it all out
Jeremiah
next.
Johnson.
Stay there. Stay there. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm saying.
That Asian
Shut up.
I had the
Asian girl, yeah.
I have that little gold badge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the cops give you the gold actual badge. It's a mini badge.
Yeah.
I panicked so bad. This is what a faggot I am. I flipped my wallet open and showed her that. Like that was going to stop her.
Stop her from yelling?
I went like this.
And she probably went to the police department and was like, you got a racist cop.
Hey, let's go to the phone and start our movie discussion.
The new space pen, fucking unbelievable.
The pen.
Dude, this one.
Hey, it writes upside down. They use it in space.
What void is the space pen filling?
What
void is the space pen?
It's the most fluid writing pen ever.
I was wondering why that
Check it out.
pen
Write
just
your name
kept
in that
showing
shit.
up.
You fucking cocksucker. It's a gag pen. An electric shock.
You just went,
It made my thumb tingle.
I was wondering why I've seen that pen. I've seen that pen too much today.
What are you doing?
That would have stopped Patrice's heart. Thank God he didn't do it to Patrice.
And you're the only guy, because he tried to give it to fucking Kenny. He goes, hey, write your address. I'm going to send you something.
Yeah,
Kenny goes, I'll text it. He won't even take a stupid
He
pen.
texted it and he emailed it to me.
I think Kenny has to take off to go to Dallas, but is he still here?
Kenny.
Because watch, he'll do it. And you won't even get a reaction.
No.
I bet that was a good one, though.
How was the shot, Ken? Was it pretty good?
It was good. It went from my thumb knuckle.
Kenny, before you leave.
The tip of my thumb.
This is a gag pen. What does he have to do to get the shock? Wait, get a mic on him.
Dude, all right, okay, I get it. We get it. Now it hurts me. It hurts me. Okay.
Wait.
Is this something fucking... Did you make him?
Let's do it for the radio, though. Do it for the radio, Ken.
All right.
So you're supposed to feel a shock and jump.
Listen.
And that's in your hand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you feeling at all? Anything?
I'm tickled.
Is it electric or is it a vibration?
Will you do it?
Can you take a
All right, hold on. Let Danny do it.
I never did. I never used one. I don't use weapon. There's no honor in it.
Could you take it? Meaning, can you take it? Like
I don't know. I never used one.
Hold on. I want Danny to do it.
It didn't hurt, but he did get a fucking full erection.
Danny, get it.
All right, I'll give it a whirl.
A whirl?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
You do that again, please.
Kenny just held the button down.
You know what? Because the way that Kenny was reacting, I figured that it must not feel like anything at all. But there's definitely a little something there.
Try it again.
Is it a shot?
Opie, try it. You gotta try it, Dad. You gotta try it. You gotta try it.
I know, it's nothing but...
It's a good one, though.
Oh, shit, we should have been recording that one. That was the Opie threw it and fucking...
He threw his fucking soul out of his chest. Holy shit.
The face you made is great.
Dude, you balanced on your asshole on the chair.
Patrice?
Oh, shit.
You want to try?
I've just seen everybody scream.
Hang on.
Kenny's the toughest guy in here.
Yeah. Kenny, hold down the button.
Hang on.
Watch. Kenny's the guy.
Watch what Kenny does.
Hang on. I'm gonna get a photo.
Kenny doesn't do anything.
He doesn't fucking move.
Wait, is it on?
Tell me when.
All right, well, put your too big.
No, we wanted it on mic too for the audio.
So they can hear.
Watch. We all let go after a split second.
Ready?
Kenny just holds it down.
Set, go. Wow.
I know. I was like, wow. I could never. I thought I was going to be able to do that.
Patrice, for real. It gives you a little like, what the fuck? You get a little what the fuck?
But I don't think the voltage. I think the shock, the immediate shock does it, right?
I'm done too, Bobby.
Just try it one more time, Opie.
No fucking way.
Just one more time.
Nah.
Opie's reaction was just brutal.
Opes was great.
No.
He's the big trickster and brought in the pen.
Why don't you do it?
Huh?
Yeah, you do it.
Go ahead, prankster.
Yeah, now we'll film you doing it.
All right, go ahead. Hold this. You know how to do this.
Is it running?
No, not yet.
Okay, then I gotta fucking...
Hold on.
I'm a fucking wacko.
Hold on, you'll have a nice video for your Twitter.
I gotta hit record.
Is it recording?
Oh, if I
All right, now Bobby, go. We saw Kenny, now Bobby, you go. It's your pen.
But I know what it does.
We all
yeah, but it's easier when you don't know what it does.
Kenny's done it 3 or 4 times. He knows what it does.
I know what it's like. Jumping into a pool.
It's your
I need
fucking
a couple
pen.
seconds. Shut up. All right, ready?
Yeah.
I can't fucking do it. I can't.
I'm afraid he's gonna throw the fucking pin right at my head.
Go ahead, Bobby.
I can't fucking do it.
Press it. Are you pressing it?
No, hold it down, you faggot.
Do it.
No. I'll do it.
You better do it or Kay's going to make you.
I fucking hate getting electrocuted. Fuck, that's the worst feeling ever.
Yeah, how is Kenny doing that?
I don't know how
There's no way you can hold on to this pen.
Geek. If I just did that, he'd
Oh, God, it probably would.
Something's going on. It's just a room full of sissies.
No,
Kenny.
Patrice, for real, you can't hold on to it.
Where
You
did
have
that-
to let go of it immediately.
Dude, where did it get? Was it just your thumb?
It went all the way up to my elbow.
Mine just
I must
went,
have hit something.
Mine just went from thumb knuckle to the tip of my
and
thumb.
you had to let go immediately. Kenny is.
Well, and I was
holding
the
this
first
thing
one
out.
should have
know
two
what
of
the
these
fuck it
sticking
was.
out of his neck.
Steve, you're a big guy. You try it.
Yeah.
Let's see if it's a big guy.
All right,
thing.
wait. Let me get you. Hang on. Go ahead.
You didn't get my reaction.
Hang on,
'cause
hang on.
I'm not. I don't want to do that again. See? Yeah, Steve jumped too.
Oh, wow.
That's the second time. He got me the first time with it. Let's try and hold it down.
We should try. Let's try.
Get E-Rock. E-Rock's a good.
Wait a second.
Stupid E-Rock.
Let's get Kenny's protege because he's supposed to be as good as Kenny. Let's see if he can
We
take
should
it.
have put that dog collar on Kenny, man. He probably would
remains
have been able to take
Yes,
it.
he's anonymous.
That dog collar we should have put on Kenny, or like on his leg or
I
arm.
hope we.
Because Kenny's fucking.
I hope people understand what just happened. Kenny just held down the button. That's insane.
Yeah, it gives you a
because your
pretty good
reaction is
shock.
to let go immediately.
Dude,
Yeah.
you fucking jumped off.
Yeah, your face.
You bounced off your asshole.
I didn't expect it to be like that.
I wish if I could have got that on video.
Here's
E-Rock.
the virus, as
E-Rock.
we like to call him.
E-Rock, now, for real, Kenny held this button down. Try to hold it down as long
Hold
as
it
you
down
can.
as long as you can.
Kenny could hold it down almost indefinitely.
Oh, wow. A
All right,
second.
come on, go.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty
Do it
impressive.
with the other hand now.
E-Rock freaking did
Go.
it for like 3 seconds. Oh my
He's
god.
shaking.
That's pretty good.
Kenny, when you
though.
hold it down, can I touch your hand and see what's going on?
Oh.
What?
I wonder if that works.
Wait, I wonder if the
No. This
Yeah.
no.
No?
there's no voltage. It's just something else.
Okay.
He just has mind over matter, man. He can. That's that martial arts
You
shit.
have to have a mind to matter.
Lack of mind over matter.
Fucking Kenny.
You get to do it. You can do it now.
I'll do it again.
Here goes Steve.
Once you get by a certain,
there you
All right. Yeah. Once you get by a certain threshold,
Initial.
once you get
yeah,
by
you can
something.
Yeah.
Does it?
All right, Bobby, you do it now.
No, yeah, electricity fucks me
What's the
up.
battery?
It's inside.
I'm not a
I
fan.
assumed it was inside.
It's over there. It's wireless battery. It's from Samsung. I got it new from fucking Vegas.
For an ass.
Fucking Kenny.
It's the new Palm fucking battery electric phone. Shocker. What are you gonna do?
Yes, Kenny.
I'll tell you this: when I was a small child, I did stick
Still a small child.
screwdriver in an electrical socket once,
Yeah.
and I got shocked,
Uh-huh.
and I was afraid to go to sleep because I thought I was going to die.
If you went to sleep,
Yeah,
what kind of science fiction is that?
I know. I was a small child.
Oh,
So you haven't slept since?
Right.
I put tweezers in the socket.
Wow.
But I was holding it so far back that it shorted out because the metal touches, so it shorted out. But if I would have been holding it before
Yeah.
the metal comes together,
You know what I like to do?
What?
I like to stick knitting needles up my asshole.
alrighty.
Why bother, Ed? Why bother? He just sees pinwheels wherever he goes. Fucking Kenny.
Can we put it? Can we like splash water on his hand and then have him do it?
I think it would
more
matter to him.
conductive.
Let's look batteries now.
Ah, put it on your tongue.
Oh, remember that 9-volt battery?
that.
Oh, when you put a fucking 9-volt battery on your tongue, that hurts. Gives you a weird, tingly.
Have Kenny do it on his
feeling.
tongue. Let's see how brave he really is.
We should have him do it on his temple.
Great.
He starts just reciting Shakespeare. And
Yeah, it made him smarter.
fucking math.
Let's go to Toronto. We're going to go to the phones. Anthony, Dan in Toronto wants in. Dan.
Hello.
Hello.
La la la.
Did you get your bucket on?
Yeah. Dr. Parnassus, that movie you were talking about the other day, it's only on 4 screens.
Yeah.
This Friday it opens wide.
It does.
Open Friday wide.
Did you see the movie?
Not yet. This
Not
Friday.
yet. Okay. I kind of liked it. Did you see the Heath Ledger thing?
Punch Out.
Dr. Parnassus or whatever.
Parnassus.
No? All right, Avatar. Patrice, obviously, is the big movie.
I saw it.
Did you see 3? All right, let's slow down.
No, I
though.
didn't see 3D.
What do you mean you didn't see 3D? Oh, you got a thing?
No, 2D. I just saw it. So,
Don't want to listen to you then.
we don't have to talk about it.
Because you got to see the 3D.
I thought
it's all in 3D.
The way I saw it, it was quite frankly Look, 3D now isn't, first of all, it isn't like Jaws 3 where they just show a fucking finger coming at you.
Yeah.
It's a process now. It's just it's filmed in a way.
Right.
I saw it was great. The fucking movie, I was torn. It was in a genre. Okay, I said generally it might be one of the best movies I ever saw. It was deep because basically what they did was the concept of the movie. The story was decent. It wasn't. I thought it would be a lot of Titanic-y shit, but the love was you wanted it to. You go, I'm into this love story. They changed black people, Asian people, Mexicans, and the downtrodden and oppressed of this world into giant blue things.
Okay.
So and white people stayed the same.
White people are bad guys, I'm sure.
What made it a great movie, I think, in a genre, in its genre, where you put it in a Star Wars kind of genre, probably as good as Star Wars. It's as good as that. It's probably one of the best, if not the best movie in that genre. Is it in the top 20 all time of any genre?
No.
I don't think it is.
I would say no.
But from top to bottom, never bored. Even the slow shit, interesting. Whatever they did as a process to make the animated characters act, it was Zoe Saldana's thing that she was tremendous. The white boy who was crippled and turned into the Avatar, which is the blue thing or whatever they wanted. Tremendous. Even fucking Sigourney Weaver, who's now an old lady.
She's great.
She's
great in this movie.
The evil general. It was in terms of a movie, fantastic. You can't beat it, man. This fucking James Cameron, he has to be talked about as in the argument as one of the best, man.
Yeah, but you know what?
In terms of entertainment.
That movie, and I'm getting sick of it when they do this in every fucking movie now. I hate when they make the fucking Marines in America these fucking we're the shit hunk of fucking douchebag people that don't give a fuck about anything, and we just blow up a fucking tree and kill fuck you. We can't even fucking kill anybody. We have to send a rocket through a window and hit the exact guy we're supposed to hit. We can't kill anybody. We're fucking ruined.
No collateral damage
make it
anymore.
make it Arabs. Make it fucking terrorists that will just go in and blow up a tree of life.
To be fair, I understand what you're saying, but to be fair, the movie essentially it was a spoon feeding of American history.
Right.
Without it is what it is, Bobby. The big giant blue people were Indians or Africans or the Irish back in the day. They were just oppressed people, and even though we're doing it in some new age thing, the history of America is to do that.
They weren't
oppressed.
They weren't oppressed. They were fine.
Those things weren't oppressed?
They were fine.
They were only not oppressed because they were 10,000 feet tall. They were giant things.
Yeah, but they weren't oppressed. They were fine where they were living. That's the way they lived.
No, the people, nigga, did you see the movie?
Did you see the bulldozers knocking down what would be their homes?
They taught them English. They really spoke Ogungi Boogie Bapapa, but they came in.
What'd they speak?
Booby boo boo. And they came in and they taught them English. That's how long they had been there, fucking up their land.
Dude, how impressive was the made-up language? What the? Sigourney Weaver's talking this made-up language
better than Klingon?
It was impressive. Thought you were listening to some fucking foreign language.
Well, all that stuff makes sense. He actually wrote a language.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, all that shit's crazy. Yeah, real shit.
That movie it fucking was spectacular. But when I tweeted,
do it again and go IMAX.
I might go
deal with the crowd. Go IMAX. Get the goofy fucking oversized 3D glasses. And
you gotta watch it with the glasses.
Hell,
yeah, you have to. But it is fucking amazing. Dude, it's a fucking... And the glasses aren't stupid glasses. They're pretty good glasses.
No, they're really good.
I wear mine out.
The 3D was amazing. I thought I was going to get, the dumb motion sickness. Nothing.
I mean, the shit is floating. Like you're looking around, like you're looking at shit over there, like a floating fucking bug.
If I go to the Black Theater, they'll have glasses for me when I go in.
They won't be clean, but yeah, you'll.
Hopefully.
There's some that pull off some seats. What did you think about it? You liked it a lot.
I loved it, and I'm not an action movie guy for the most part.
It was a story movie.
There was
with
a lot of story. The action was amazing. The machines were amazing. I liked it a lot.
I didn't even mind the love story with the big blue people. I wanted to see a little blue twat.
I think that's going to be on the DVD or whatever. The extras, them having sex on.
I walked out at that point when they were about to fuck. I didn't. Not that I wanted to. I had to piss. But did they fuck with the tails? Are they ponytails?
She rode them.
Did they have to join the ponytail?
That motherfucker. She rode them.
There was some docking going on.
Did they dock their ponytails?
Those fucking tails.
Docking.
Is that what happened? That's how they fucked?
Yeah, there was a lot of docking going on.
And he woke up. They opened up that thing. Cum all in it, all in the machine that he was locked in. Yes.
Yeah, they gave him a bukkake while he was still sleeping in the pond.
He didn't feel it because his legs is dead, so they made him roll around with cummed up legs.
He just kept coming over and over with blood in it.
The evil general said, "You came on yourself for this blue cunt soldier?" And he's like, "Hey man, I love him."
Have you seen Avatar yet on YouTube?
What's that?
Almost good. Almost good. Avatar. If Danny can pop that up.
Speaking of things you've seen on YouTube, this is probably old as hell. Reservoir Dogs and the Muppets.
Oh, really?
Did you see Reservoir Dogs and the Muppets?
Yeah, I did.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen, man.
Like where they're doing the whole opening waitress scene. Yes, very, very funny.
Is fuck balls. It's fucking hilarious.
Is it a visual?
Check that out.
It's
More
a
visual than anything? All right, I'll check it out later.
You gotta watch it.
Avatar, almost good. I think it falls just short. And it looks like a lot of people want to see it today. Oh, here we go.
No.
It's got to be simple.
Give me 5. Oh, I'm sleepy.
It's hard.
Sugar rush.
This
is fun.
Something in.
I grabbed my pants. I don't understand.
Jake, it's crazy here. There's no stopping him.
I gotta go to the bathroom. Horsies.
Send us a message that they can take whatever they want. But we will send them a message.
I want ice cream. Avatar.
The only reason it isn't better is because they don't have enough scenes with the blue people talking to each other because they're just using the trailer.
Dude, some of these cocksuckers are just good.
That's fun.
That's just fun. The beginning, he could have stopped.
Right where that one was going.
Oh, shit, man. I enjoyed that. God damn it. Goddamn YouTube.
What other movies? So, yeah, the Avatars. And it's going to be the first movie that I'm going to go see twice. I haven't seen a movie twice in theater.
You're going to see it twice?
Absolutely.
I might have to go see it. I might have
to. You got to go 3D.
I'm going to go 3D. I might go
How about
today.
me and you, Patrice?
No. I might go 3D. Why not?
Not today, though. I just saw it.
This nigga
set you up.
Don't set me up to reject me, bitch.
Jesus Christ.
Not today, though, Patrice.
We fucking asshole.
Don't bug me,
What's
nigga.
wrong with you?
Here's what he did. He fucking gave me a pound and then told me, you're lonely. After the pound.
You went no. He went, why? And you went, let's go. Fuck you. I'm not going today.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I didn't say today.
I didn't say today either.
Yes, you did. You said today.
Oh, yeah.
You
by
did
myself
say
today.
Yeah, you said by yourself today. Then he added himself.
You got to go 3D.
And then he took himself out.
I think I'm
you
going
got
to
to go 3D.
I think I'm going to have to.
You know what? for real, I love going to movies with Patrice. He fucking makes
Yeah.
it a movie within a movie. You fuck.
What else did I see? I've seen a lot of
We
fucking
saw
films.
Tropic Thunder together. Me, you, and what? 2 other people in an entire theater.
Danny was there.
Danny was there. And
I was there,
I think
too.
Stump Brain and Bobby was
Yeah, I
there.
was there. I remember we used to
And
go,
I called the Oscar for that fucker too. For
Yep. And fucking Patrice just talking about the movie as the movie's going on was just classic.
that was a great film, man.
I liked
Tropic
it.
Thunder, one of the best comedy. I'm trying to think of what else I saw. I saw a lot of movies over the weekend.
You didn't see Sherlock Holmes.
I did.
Not yet.
I saw it. That was good.
Something makes me not feel like seeing that.
It's
all right. It's good. But Downey Jr. is good though in anything.
He's a great actor.
He's great. Both of them are.
I've seen
Jude
Bangkok
Law's not a great
Dangerous.
actor.
Finally,
What?
Bangkok Dangerous with
fucking movie sucks.
Nicolas Cage.
I'll tell you what movie's going to be the best, the fucking best movie coming out that is going to bring Nick Cage's career back. Danny, type in what is it? Ass Kiss or something like that. Ass Kiss. Ass Kick. No, Ass Kick.
It's gonna
Kick
do
Ass.
what,
Kick
Fran?
Ass. Kick Ass.
Kick.
Kick Ass. And then there's something. Let me wait till you see this clip. This fucking thing is insane.
It's
Yeah, that's
not.
it right there.
I don't believe you.
I'll tell you right now. Yeah, see the trailer, but see the girl trailer. Let me tell you which one.
It ain't happening.
No.
It certainly ain't happening. Bobby's just fucking too excited about it.
Yeah.
He's building it up, and it's gonna
He really
suck.
is,
No
and
one
it's gonna-
cares.
it's gonna
The
blow.
movie's gonna flop, and Bobby's gonna be all alone trying to still convince us it's good.
We're just
Bring
humoring
him
him at
back.
this point.
Fucking stinks.
He's over there still trying to find
It's gonna bring back his fucking career. He's up helping Danny find it. All you had to do is there it is.
All right, we're watching.
It's a comedy fucking about superheroes.
I want to know when Rock is gonna make an adult movie.
This
Oh
movie,
my God!
check this
with
shit
that
out.
fucking tooth fairy. What is he crazy?
Oh,
Did
that
he
movie
learn
came
from
and
Vin
went,
Diesel?
huh? Holy.
Did he learn from
Oh,
Vin
with
Diesel?
the
You don't
with the
fucking
duck movie.
The duck movie.
Check
Tell a
this
little
out.
more about what you might want for your birthday.
Can I get a puppy?
You want to get a dog.
Yeah, a cuddly fluffy one. And a Bratz movie star makeover, Sasha. I'm just fucking with you, Daddy. I love a Benchmade Model 42 butterfly knife.
Oh, child. You always knock me for a loop.
All right, stop it.
Watch. Wait.
Stop. So
Kids
far, this
cursing.
sucks.
Watch. Just watch the fucking trailer for fucking
And
10
I
seconds.
I saw a big red flag there.
And I
Go,
tell you
Yes,
something.
we're a
that's really
third of the way
bad.
through the
Go,
trailer,
go.
and not one
Go,
left.
go.
I know the worst part.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Lionsgate.
Go.
Yeah, Lionsgate.
It was a Lionsgate
Do you understand what
movie, so
Lionsgate does to D-Boy?
D-Boy
Go.
has to
Get
hate
D-Boy in here.
He's coming.
All right, good.
Kid cursing.
Tool up, honey bunny. It's time to get bad guys.
It's a little kid.
Right?
Okay, you cunts. Let's see what you can do now.
Wait.
Who are you? I'm that girl.
You can't have a kid say cunt.
Why?
I don't know. I just never heard that before.
Oh shit, sorry.
Is that real?
Yeah, that's real.
That's from Lionsgate, by the way. D-Boy.
Why is he in here? What is this? Where you going?
D-Boy
That trailer sucks.
hates Lionsgate's movies.
Yeah.
Dude, that comic book is a fucking good comic
It's
book.
stamped with the mark of failure.
Why?
That logo.
Why?
Because everything that movie company puts out is shit. For the most
Really?
part. Yeah.
See, he
knows. Don't even challenge him.
A psychopathic aversion to Lionsgate. Have you ever looked at a movie company and thought, I hate the movie because the movie company is... Only D-Boy would come up with, I hate every Lionsgate movie.
Anything they do.
Well, I mean, they had some good ones in
Like
the
what?
past. Well, they did it, Traffic. Traffic and...
American Psycho.
American Psycho, that was another one. What was the other one that Jimmy really likes?
What did
with
you
the
say?
Good luck, Chuck.
No, it's the one that won all the Oscars.
Being sarcastic.
What is that?
But,
that girl
yeah.
can't be... I'm boggled that they let a kid
It's about
speak like
even
that.
Nick Cage is a superhero too. He's like a Batman type guy.
Yeah.
And
I love Nick Cage.
All the fucking, all the kids are superheroes. But then they don't have
Patrice
superhero
O'Neal
power.
is speechless after that trailer.
I don't want to hurt my friend's enthusiasm for that horse manure.
You don't think that movie would be funny?
It can eat ass. That little girl can blow me since she's saying cunt so much. It can eat dick.
You don't like that movie?
I didn't see the movie. No one likes that movie. It'll make $6,800 at the box office.
I'll bet you right now that movie is a fucking
who'll go see
blockbuster.
It can't be.
Why not?
Because the little girl said cunt. Rated R movies can't be blockbusters.
They will not allow that to happen.
There's no such thing as a rated R blockbuster.
You know what? I bet you that scene is not even in the movie when it comes out.
Really?
It's going to hurt the box office. Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, it'll be one of those things. They get rid
Nicolas Cage, they had to pay him $20 million. The girl, $4. $4. It's the movie will make $40 million.
Are you out of your mind?
That's it.
You can't. A movie can't make $40 million anymore because of DVD, hotels, all the shit that goes on after the movie comes out. Yeah.
Here's what let me tell you
I mean,
something.
a shit movie will make $100 million.
Remember when Jaws was important? It made $100 million in America. Worldwide box office is a cop-out, and that shows you the failure of films. I used to only be concerned about what a fucking movie made
in America.
Here. Now I gotta go worldwide, 462 million pesos.
Yeah. Avatar.
Worldwide.
Avatar, $1 billion made worldwide.
Can you please, can I please see the highest grossing Lionsgate movie ever?
It's going to be a tough one.
Okay.
That's going to be a tough one, he says.
Bobby.
You know, like
He enjoyed. Let me tell you what Bobby enjoyed.
Can you say enthusiasm again?
Enthusiasm.
No.
He enjoyed watching this concept of a little girl.
That's Matrix shit in there.
Yeah, stop.
No, I like Nick Cage, and I like the concept.
You don't like Nick Cage?
The comic book is.
What did you like Nick Cage?
Name one fucking movie you like Nick Cage.
The Rock is one of my favorite movies. I love The Rock. With Sean Connery.
Here's that. Wait, Bobby. We've seen. Wait, don't just name movies.
Can I finish?
We've seen The Rock.
I like The Rock. One of my favorite movies.
You don't like it because Nicolas Cage is in it.
I love
Guess
him
who
in
else
that.
could have been in it? Anybody.
No, I like
any movie. And if you say Con Air, you motherfucker.
I won't. I don't like.
Replace.
First of all,
Nicolas Cage with Jerry from up the street.
It doesn't matter.
He doesn't add anything.
Nick Cage in The Rock is. I love him in The Rock. His performance in The Rock.
No, you don't.
Absolutely.
What do you love about it?
I love that he's a fucking kooky nerd that's a badass in what he does.
Patrice is right. You could cast him anybody else and the movie would be
But I like Nick
just as
Cage. I love Nick Cage. I love Nick Cage.
Do you really?
Yeah, I like Nick Cage. I'm not fucking lying.
Ed Harris is
honest to God.
He's trying to be the only guy to like Nirvana before they were famous.
No, I'm not. That's not what I do, first of all.
That's what you're doing now, motherfucker.
No, I'm not. I like Nick Cage. Always have. Loved him in Wild at Heart. You don't like him in Wild at Heart? You don't think he was fucking great in Wild at Heart?
Can I say something about Nick Cage?
What?
You can take any other actor and put him in a Nick Cage role, like any movie that he's been in, and that movie will be successful. Yeah. He sucks. He doesn't make any movie that are like decent.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I don't fucking argue. I don't argue a guy with a beard. I don't fuck with people. What happened?
All right, Bobby, let me ask you this. Nick Cage's best movie.
Yeah, Pussy
Wild at Heart. Wild at Heart was a great movie.
I don't remember the movie.
Wild at Heart? You don't remember that?
No, I'm being honest. I don't.
I brought you a snakeskin leather jacket, baby. You know what this jacket represents to me?
Grossing Lionsgate movie was a goddamn documentary.
Fahrenheit
and
9/11.
Medea
and
goes to prison.
Fucking Medea movies.
Boy's onto something. Then a bunch of Saw movies.
They did Saw 2,
3, and
3, 4, 5,
6,
Tyler
7,
Perry's
8,
Medea
9.
family reunion. Medea goes to jail. Tyler Perry's Why Did I Get Married?
That's the
one. And the original Saw. Lionsgate
Fahrenheit 9/11. Jeez.
Lionsgate.
And you know what's going to take over number 8 spot, The Haunting in Connecticut? Kick Ass. With the little girl superhero.
Little girls with
you just said it's going to be successful.
It's called sarcasm.
First of all, Nick Cage in Wild at Heart was a great fucking and
what
him
did
in Leaving Las
go
Vegas.
by? What did you go by? Why don't you say fucking Sean Penn was good in Fast Times at Ridgemont High and go back that fucking
Nick
far?
Cage was in Fast Times.
He was great in that.
He was really good in that.
So was it Forrest
Have you
Whitaker.
ever seen these movies I'm talking about? Or you
Wild
just...
at Heart? No, but I'm
Exactly.
But no one here has said yes, Bobby.
There's no one has seen
Wild
it. You
at
haven't
Heart
seen
8
it?
What the
times.
fuck is it? Give me a little synopsis.
It's one of those 80s movies that it was one of those
Wild at Heart.
fucking things. I know about that movie.
What is it? What does he do? What does he play? A cop?
No, he's a fucking,
Bad guy?
gets out of jail, goes back with his chick, and fucking, Robert, what's his name is in it?
Go ahead, Patrice. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Opie's disgusted with this film.
I hate Nicolas Cage.
I like him.
Never liked him.
You like Bangkok Dangerous?
No, those are awful. I haven't liked him in a couple of years, but I've liked him. I like him in a...
Oh, so he likes him. He just doesn't want to see him go away.
Is he one of your top actors?
He loves Nicolas Cage.
No. Robert Duvall.
backpedaling
No, I'm answering a fucking question. How is that
You
backpedaling?
loved
Is
Nicolas
he
Cage.
my top actor? No.
I think
there's
you're
a lot of people
backpedaling
saying
a
He said, is he
little
one of
bit.
your favorite actors?
It has to be after how you were talking about him.
Yeah, but
Top
acting, not my top 5, but he's
Top
in my
10.
top. Absolutely.
I'm going to tell you, top 5 actors.
Top
no
10.
one will name the actors they're supposed to name. Look at man. If you don't name Gene Hackman and you
You're
don't
an
name
asshole.
Daniel Day-Lewis, who makes a movie every 16 years and gets an Oscar, but you'll never say he's one of the greatest of all time. But that fucking guy is amazing, and Gene Hackman's one of the greatest actors I've ever seen.
Gene Hackman's good.
One of the greatest actors I've ever seen, man.
What about Pauly Shore?
He's in the top 360.
360?
Yes, he's 380 on a top 3. He's a top.
I think I just threw you a loop. I'm sorry. I threw you a curveball there.
I think Sylvester Stallone was a fucking great actor.
Stop. Christ.
You don't think Rambo and Rocky, he was great?
It.
You know, he wrote Rocky.
Now you're being crazy.
That's crazy.
And he's dead serious. This is messing up
now
Bobby's
you're being
legacy.
silly.
You don't think he was good in Rambo?
Look, I watched
First
that
Rambo,
motherfucker
sure.
20 times. I just watched First Blood, which, by
That
the way,
was a fucking-
doesn't have Rambo in it. Not the name. It's just called First Blood.
Yeah.
A lot of people mistaken.
I mean, you guys...
And the second one is Rambo, First Blood 2.
First Blood 2, right.
And that's when it started going downhill.
And then,
But Rambo, the original.
The last one was great.
His scene at the end, when he has that acting, that's pretty good fucking acting, dude. I mean, if you've ever acted in your life, you know how hard it would be to fucking pull that scene off.
Oh, you see what he's doing?
As much as we love it.
I see what he's
Shut
doing,
up.
Bobby. Bobby's doing that.
Oh, me to shut up, or are you telling Rocky to shut up?
Bobby's in a corner, so now he's like,
Rocky.
if you know about acting. All right, so we don't know about acting, Bobby.
Know about acting.
Here's what kills me.
Somebody says good times.
You know what? I don't have to fucking know about acting just to feel it. Just to watch it.
You don't think that fucking...
Thank you.
No.
You don't think Rambo was a good... First Blood
Part
That's what
1
I'm saying.
is a fantastic movie.
That's what I'm saying.
But you said Rocky.
Rocky, you don't think Rocky was great in Rocky?
He was great in Rocky.
You don't think that was fucking great?
James Cameron should be an argument for greatest director of entertaining movies.
Yeah.
But should he be in there with the Coen brothers or Scorsese's? Maybe with Scorsese's. Because Scorsese's is an entertaining movie guy.
Yeah,
He's not a fantastic epic guy. He's not Francis Ford Coppola. He's that guy. But James Cameron, Stallone is one of the greatest movie-making guys along with Schwarzenegger.
Can I answer Bobby's question? He keeps going, was Sylvester Stallone great in Rocky? Yes, he was. But the problem we have with Sylvester Stallone is that he was in a bunch of movies where he sucked.
I'm saying...
And his acting was not good.
But his acting was good in Rocky.
Yeah, all right, so two
was
movies
amazing.
out of what? 30, 40
yeah, but those movies go down.
It was not exactly. The movie was amazing.
He was
probably
amazing
playing
in Rocky.
himself, right?
Watch The Lords of Flatbush.
You feel like saying something.
Watch The Lords of Flatbush, and you'll see the same Stallone as you did in Rocky.
D-Boy's looking at Bobby like I have to have more respect for him because he's on the show.
Watch Death Race 2000.
But I hate his guts right now.
Machine Gun Joe for Turbo is
really
Rocky.
You don't like Sylvester?
No, I agree with everybody else.
You don't think he's good as an actor in those movies.
What, Rocky?
And Rambo.
He's the same guy in every movie.
He wasn't the same guy in Rocky and in Rambo.
Because he needs a friend right now.
Pretty much the same.
Pretty similar.
Understand that I'm going to be on Bobby's side just because he needs somebody on his side right now.
Thank you very much.
But he's just nobody agrees with him in this fucking movie.
You're making a fool of yourself.
No, I'm not. I have an opinion and I'm sticking to it.
Hold on,
So if you think that's making a fool, I will be a fool then, Anthony.
You know what? Let's settle this. We got Bob Kelly on the phone. He'll tell us what's up. Bob
Kelly.
Kelly.
How's that happen?
You know, dude,
dude. I mean, you get in the cage, you get your cigarette, you get your coffee, and boom, next thing you know, you got a movie.
Boom! You got to end with boom.
Boom!
You got boom. But good job.
I don't like his accent faded out.
What about
Sylvester Stallone?
Sylvester Stallone in Copland.
I thought he was good.
No.
I thought he was good.
I
didn't say great. I said good.
Hated Copland.
A lot of people said he was good in Copland.
I thought he was good.
Fuck that. I'm going to tell you what he did in Copland.
Go ahead, Patrice.
Jesus.
His career was going into Jokeville, right?
Yes.
That motherfucker stole fatness from Robert De Niro. Because he thought that's what you do.
People mistook fatness for good acting.
You fucking just become a fat sad man, and you get a and you get an Oscar.
Yeah.
He tried to trick us. I didn't like that shit.
But he didn't even get fat. He was like a little overweight.
He gained
he still had
50
abs.
pounds.
He gained a lot of weight for that film.
Every movie you saw him in, he was jacked. And
he tried to do De Niro, and it didn't fucking work. But here's what happened to Stallone. Was new in Rocky.
Right.
It was new in First Blood. And then became a joke. It became a joke because Rocky, that character was that he was that character. He was kind of slow. He was like a childlike kind of beast.
We go to the
He
zoo.
loved this girl. It was a love story. Rocky was a love story.
Right.
Yeah, but then that became and in First Blood, didn't do a lot of talking. Did a lot of same thing, mumbling. But when he started having more lines, he still mumbled. So he was like, but it was like, the whole movie. In First Blood, they was like, where you from? And he's like, what are you doing? And then they fuck with him, and he's like, and then that last speech was like,
How does it go? How does this movie go? And then they what?
And where you from?
And then what happens when they fuck with him?
What are you doing?
And then they fuck with him?
And then at the end, so the stuff you say that he was good in was beginning him. Just like look, Schwarzenegger never became a character. Schwarzenegger never became bad because
wait a second. Wait a minute. What are you saying?
Because he always was a fucking fool. But his movies were entertaining. Great movies. Bad him. Terminator, he had 2 lines, I think.
Yeah.
Something like 2 or 3 lines, 4 lines or
Fuck
something.
you, asshole.
Genius. But Stallone, dude, stop. Don't say he was a good actor.
He was a good actor.
He's an icon.
In those 2 movies.
He's an icon.
In those 2 movies.
He's not acting in those
Get your hand off your gun. Settle down.
And now he just yells.
What is it?
Turn up the volume. It's great. Here's this great acting.
And this
that's not the movie. That's part 2, you
First
asshole.
Blood, part 2.
Danny, that's part 2.
Oh, he's the bad guy. This is part 1.
No, it's not. It's part 2.
One of the greatest
he doesn't have a
lines.
bandana in fucking part 2.
One of the greatest lines in movie history. He's got the microphone, and the guy goes, The guy goes, hey, John, where you at, man? I'm coming to get you. And he goes, Murdoch. I'm coming to get you.
Murdoch.
This is part 2. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, but I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about 1. This is a terrible
colorful names. They're like the evil Russian guy. Colorful names.
That's when Russia was the villain in every movie.
Every movie.
Now it's Ahmed.
Oh, look at that. I wish it was Ahmed. Now it's just bad white guy.
And you notice
I'm saying in Avatar.
At least he had a good evil villain.
And you notice in video games, the toughest levels are who is our enemy now. Like, Russians are the training level now.
Yeah, but
they're the training level.
Remember Yakuza used to be the hardest level on games?
It's true, though. It's like the Russians. You know who will always be kick-ass, though, in video games? Fucking Nazis, man.
I just played Wolfenstein.
Nazis in video games are great.
You play Wolfenstein?
Yeah.
Where they fucking, the whole game is them trying to find magic?
Yeah, they're trying to find like an occult thing, and you're just fucking Nazi hunting.
They just shooting Nazis in the head. It's banned in Germany, that game.
Really?
Oh, because it's Nazis.
It's probably got a swastika in it.
Yeah, but a bunch of
can't even show
They're
it.
Nazis.
I know.
The Nazis. You're supposed to.
How funny is the?
Boy, the Germans really are like, hey, we don't want any of that. It's like, dude, you see what you did with that shit? Come on, stop.
Yeah, but when they yell, Anthony, when they yell in the video games, the Nazis yell in the video games.
Oh yeah.
Bang, bang,
I like that.
They scare the shit out of you coming around. Bang, 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 bang.
I watch it with the subtitle.
You watch it with what?
Me and Patrice have had a thing going for a few minutes here. The enthusiasm comment really just bummed me out about Bobby, because you're so right. You don't want to crush his enthusiasm for liking a kid movie and Nick Cage. It's just, I don't even know what to do with that.
That's gonna be a good movie. I guarantee you go and see it. I guarantee if you go and see it, you'll like it.
You were so excited, and all of us were looking at this trailer.
Let's not get fucking carried away.
First of all, the movie's been made a million fucking times.
Was I that
the
excited?
action scenes are all the same shit you've seen, and a girl saying cunt.
I'm gonna tell you why you was excited, Bobby.
A 9-year-old girl.
Bobby goes, was I really that excited? Yes, and I'm gonna tell you why.
You really were excited.
He went completely away from everywhere we were gonna go.
Yeah.
And went on a limb and said, he got up.
He really
helped
wanted
Danny
to turn
find it.
He wanted to turn us onto something new.
The cursing girl's cute. I'll give it that. It's like a novelty thing. It's funny.
I don't know if it's cute more than it's fucking sexual, but go ahead.
But Nicolas Cage has nothing to do with that trailer. It's the girl running around.
That's a good point too, right?
There's another scene with him. There's another scene with him and the girl where he shoots the girl in the chest.
Why?
To teach her how to take a bullet. She has a jacket on. He's like, okay, honey, this is gonna hurt, but blah blah. And then he just shoots her in the fucking chest.
It sounds like a bomb.
I guarantee. I'll bet you right now it does. I bet you right now it does good.
Bomb.
I bet you right now.
Bobby, there's
a lot of bad movies that do good.
They're going to take the kids to a movie where a girl's saying cunt.
D-Boy.
Who's going to this?
Hold on, D-Boy, name a movie
this movie wouldn't have been made.
Name a movie that did well, but it's a piece of shit movie. There's a million of them, Bobby. It doesn't mean it's a good movie.
Bobby, what's the demo for that movie? What's the demo for that movie?
This is why it's not going to do well.
Hell fucking no,
I won't even go see it.
Are you making a joke?
No,
guys like
you won't see it.
Guys like us aren't going to see that movie. Unless, if we have a family, we're going to go see that movie.
G.
Right.
If this was The Rock.
If it was Lava
and the
Girl
blue,
and fucking...
She said cunt.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
No one's going to see it.
Now you can't take your family, and there's a kid running around as a superhero.
And
so
wait,
as an adult, you're like,
you're forgetting the Banana Splits music in the background. Banana, na 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 na. Cunt.
It's Shark Boy and Lava Girl with curses.
Bobby's childlike. I didn't realize that just now.
I really do.
Sylvester Stallone's a good actor. This movie's great.
Bobby cries a lot.
Bobby cries a lot. Jan Michael Vincent, fucking great actor.
Shut up.
Wait a minute. Speaking of guys that are bad now and wasn't.
Fell off the face of the earth.
Fucking Eric Roberts.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Wait, he was back recently? But
he was in Dark Knight.
Oh, right.
Motherfucker,
he was a great
Star
actor,
80,
man.
dude.
Star 80. That was sick, yeah.
He was genius.
Yeah,
Runaway Train. You see him in Runaway Train?
I remember Runaway Train.
Of Greenwich Village.
He was the Charlie, they took my thumb guy.
Yeah. He couldn't overcome the fucking his sister thing.
He got ready to kill us. He goes, "You're doing me a big favor, huh?" She's gonna give him some pussy, and she's just here, and he's just like, "You're gonna do me."
I think he fucked himself up in Hollywood because of his sister. Like they had to have an incident.
He was good. He was Oscar good. He's Oscar good, man.
But then she came out of nowhere, and everybody loved that fucking bitch.
Stinks.
Dude,
you didn't think he was good in Batman?
Loved her.
He wasn't
all right.
Not, but he wasn't. I think he could have played.
That was an easy role for him, though, right?
And Tom Berenger. Like, what happened to Tom Berenger? Barnes and Platoon is in the top 5 greatest movie characters ever.
Yep.
He's good.
Absolutely right there.
Ever. And he just gone.
Not as good as Sylvester Stallone, though.
No, not. You're right. I agree. Oh, you're being sarcastic.
Top movie characters ever.
Bobby, that's a rough one with Stallone, for real.
Dude, Eric Roberts. You seen Star 80?
Yes,
not in a long time.
Not in a long time. It's one of those not in a long time movies for me.
Well, even what's his name? What was the guy that was in Runaway Train with
John Voight?
Yep. John Voight.
But he had a
shit.
renaissance though. He's now good again.
Yeah, but he's good. But he's doing those fucking cheesy
The
movies.
Enemy of the State. He was great in that fucking film.
Yeah,
Back in the day, though, he was like a character actor.
John
fucking
Voight?
Voight was the
Midnight
shit.
Cowboy, but
in
not
Runaway
really much
Train, he
else.
was a fucking
was a
evil,
badass
motherfucker. You see that movie? He's a badass motherfucker in that movie. He had that fucking weird accent that you don't know where the fuck it's from. It's like half Russian, half fucking Southern.
John Voight fell off the map, but I think they just get tired of you. But they don't get tired of Kevin Costner, though. Like, they allow him just to...
he's done, too. What has he done?
Pump out another
But
movie.
they let him stay in
What does
movies.
he do?
After Waterworld, and he...
I like Waterworld, though.
I did, too. Oh, really?
And I like the Postman. I like the
You like the
Postman.
Postman?
I enjoyed the Postman.
It's the same movie. It's the same with
One's on land
and one's in water. Right. Dennis Hopper's in both of them.
It's the same fucking movie.
Patrice,
One is horses and one's jet skis, you fucking
Patrice
asshole.
is going strong, but you
And
just
they're
lost some
both-
cred, man.
And they both the fucking Road Warrior. I enjoyed the one. Did you like
hang on.
Waterworld? Yes.
Anthony.
You didn't like Waterworld?
Fuck you. I'm going to be on
Another movie I
Patrice's
gotta
side
see
just
again.
because
I gotta
his
see it again.
enthusiasm.
Yeah, Patrice, you lost a little bit. Right?
Dude,
a little bit.
I'm not
A little
saying it
bit.
was good.
Bob's
I'm
coming
saying
back now.
I
Bob's
didn't
punching back.
I didn't hate Waterworld like the whole world.
Everyone hated it like it was a piece of
Waterworld.
shit. I will watch that, and I will watch The Postman. I fucking think that movie's
I've
great.
seen
It's the same
Waterworld
movie.
40 times at
I
least.
know, yeah.
Just to watch it.
I've seen it 40 times, but I've never seen it fully once. I've never sat through
You've
the whole
watched it
fucking movie.
from beginning
Never.
to
I've
end.
always missed a piece
That
of
fucking
beginning
guy,
to the
that
end.
guy they pull up with.
What happens at the end of the movie? Is that the movie?
He finds they find land.
He's selling pussy for paper.
45 minutes.
He's selling pussy for paper. They used to fucking do that back. Hawaiians used to fucking get nails for pussy.
45 minutes with the wee one. Fucking
Can you believe he wanted some young girl pussy? And he's like, I got people. And then with that bitch who fell off the map, but she's back on HBO now. But
yeah, she was hot.
Oh,
back
she's
then,
always but she's always been on the map.
What's her name?
She was
What's
on
her name, man?
I know who you're talking about. She was in Pollock too,
When
right?
she drops that.
She had
always
weird
been-
lips and shit.
Yeah, she got them weird fucking lips.
What's that
always
girl?
does
What's that lady's
movies.
name? She played the wife and everything for like
She
a
was,
second.
but she was in
Fuck, I don't know.
The Firm.
Waterworld.
she was in
I know who you're talking
Pollock.
about.
She was in fucking the one with Sharon Stone. The fucking
Right.
She was
a killer.
Someone.
What is that fucking girl?
She's, help
Someone
me
put it
out.
up here.
Somebody's got it. Come on.
Someone put it up there. What's her name?
All right, Eric Roberts got
Jean Triplehorn.
That's
Jean
not her.
Triplehorn,
Is that her?
Yes.
Hold on, we got some
Thank
info
you.
on Eric
Morning
Roberts. Because, yeah, that's a strange one that came up today. Rich in Ohio. Rich.
Hey guys, Eric Roberts had a massive car accident happen right at the height of his success. But the thing was, about the same time, Mark Hamill had his big wreck too, because it was like a back-to-back thing in Hollywood.
But what kind of injuries did he have that he went away for
Fucked
so
up his
long?
face. That's why his nose is all crooked.
Oh,
Fucked up his face.
So like
Yeah,
a Mickey
fucked up
Rourke
his
kind of
face. It says-
situation.
Huh.
That's why he's sporting the Owen Wilson nose.
You see Mickey Rourke in the Iron Man 2 trailer?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but Mickey Rourke, he's a fucking good actor.
Thank
With
you,
his
Rich.
face fucked up. What was that movie? He was a bounty hunter. He was good in fucking the cartoon movie there. Mickey Rourke's
Year of the
always
Dragon. Mickey Rourke was on. He was.
He's always good.
He's all right.
But that fucking dude. Look, I'm not saying. I'm just saying there's some bad movies that we've all seen a lot.
Dude, I'll watch any movie. I watch a Jan Michael Vincent movie twice in the same day. I don't give a fuck. I'm retarded. I'll watch
I've seen
any. I don't
Jaws
give a
3.
Shit. I'll watch
75 times.
I watch it every time it's on.
Ridiculous.
Every time it's on.
It's ridiculous with the tunnel and the fucking.
I watched. Remember Rob Lowe was like Brad Pitt famous and that good looking. What's the hockey one? What's the hockey movie? I watched it last night. The hockey movie he was in
with Rob Lowe.
Yeah, Rob Lowe. That was a fun. I watched it from beginning to end. I fucking.
You see Jaws 3 a bunch of times?
Oh fuck yeah!
The best greatest line of Jaws 3.
Youngblood.
Fucking guy goes. The girl goes. He goes. The bites. She goes. The fish was in the park. He was attacked in the park. The mother is in the park, and then Lou Gossett Jr. goes. The damn fish, mother! You said the damn fish mother is in the park.
Can we get that clip possibly? I don't know if we can find that, but I got it.
You saying the damn fish mother is in the park?
That's
the chick from Waterworld.
Yeah.
What did you think of the new Star Trek?
Man, I saw it without sound. I haven't seen it.
Are you shitting
I
me?
seen it on the plane without sound. Like, I didn't even put the earphone. It was amazing just to look at.
That is one of my new favorite movies.
That fucking movie was unbelievable.
I have watched that probably
I gotta watch
10 times already.
I've watched it.
And I'm not even shitting you.
Yeah.
Since it's even come out on DVD, I've watched it 10 fucking times.
It's a great movie.
And I could still watch it tomorrow.
Dude, I didn't see sound.
Great. The story
was unbelievable.
Yeah, story
you didn't see that movie?
Yeah. Story's good.
I was one of those guys, and we had him in here, the director. What's his name?
Abrams.
Abrams, thank you.
J.J. Abrams?
And he even said, you don't have to be a Trekkie to enjoy my movie.
But
Dan said the same thing, so
if I
gotta go see it.
That's the guy that did Cloverfield, J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, but he does Lost.
Does Lost, too. And he does the other one, too.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing, man.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
And Cloverfield could have been good. Let's be honest with you.
I'd say the best part of
It could have been
Cloverfield
good.
is when they did the night vision in the tunnel, and the fucking creatures were behind him. They had no lights, and then he had the camera,
the little
and then he
fucking things.
flicked the night vision
Dude,
on.
there were some great scenes, even though the movie fell short.
I hate a movie
could
that
have
I
been really
want to
good.
love bad. I wanted to love Cloverfield really
Yeah, I want to like that. That happened with fucking Planet of the Apes. I was all about
Is
Planet of the Apes.
the number one all-time fuck up is the Mark Wahlberg Planet of the fucking
We
Apes,
all were
man.
excited that, all right, we're going to get some fucking movies now for the next 10 years.
It's like we
unbelievable,
got the
man.
technology where they can fucking make them look really good and everything, and then they just fuck the
One of my
story
top
up.
15 movies. That movie was
Shut it.
I'm kidding.
So bad, they're not even thinking of making another one. They're not even thinking about it.
Dude, your hand was on your
And they
gun.
knew they had 10 movies in them. If that first movie did well, they knew they had another 10 they could make.
Dude, you
disaster.
can't get more disappointed
Yes.
Yeah, they fucked that up.
in a movie than
Yes.
that Planet of the Apes thing. I couldn't believe it, man. I was shaking my head. I saw it the other day. It's on right now.
Yeah.
And you just I watched it again, and I go, this movie's bad.
It's horrible.
You know what?
What?
Vin Diesel fell the fuck
I was
off,
just
too,
going to
man.
mention
Pitch Black is a fucking
film.
great
I love
movie.
Pitch Black.
Watched it last night.
That was
Here's
good.
the issue
Unfucking
with
believable.
remakes and guys that get their hands on remakes. This is why Star Trek did well. Somebody has the rights to the Warriors. I was reading about this, and he says it. He goes, I'm moving it to L.A. That it's going to take place in Los Angeles. We're going to take all these people that's dressed up and we're going to do. And I go, that's the issue. The issue is Planet of the Apes remake should have been exactly the same fucking movie with new shit.
Yeah.
That's what we want to see.
That's what we wanted.
We want to see what the ship would have looked like if it crashed and the other thing. We want to see we even want to see a black actor
Dr. Zayas
fucking get shot and they fucking give him a lobotomy and the other guy gets his throat cut.
Yeah.
And the other guy and we want to see Mark Wahlberg go, get your fucking hand. They switched the line to go, get your hands off me, you filthy human. What are you, a dick?
Stop it.
I'm gonna bring the whole show around with that. Make it taste like lasagna. Make it taste like lasagna.
That's
For real.
Keep it
Don't
tasting
say
like
lasagna.
Yes, lasagna.
If you're gonna make lasagna, make it fucking taste like lasagna. Simple as that.
It was
simple
so-
as fucking that.
He didn't even Mark Wahlberg in
make
that
the
movie.
fucking Statue of Liberty and the fucking
He wasn't even
stick it out of the
surprised to
ocean.
be there.
No.
He was like there, and he never was like, he didn't go through the pain of being a dumb human.
The throat, yeah, that whole thing where it's like, fuck, I gotta
The
tell these
humans
people I'm
talked.
smart.
The girl in it was like, hey man, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like what?
Dude,
Yeah,
you
how
never
come the
felt
humans are talking?
Yeah, you never felt for the original Planet of the Apes when they touched down. You're like, they're fucking stuck on this sick fucking planet. You felt for those guys. Like, holy shit, they're never getting off this planet.
I've seen it 4 times and I hate it.
I hate it.
Well, that means you try to like it.
No.
One and done for me,
I watch
man.
it because the hatred motivates me sometimes.
No, do the
Yeah, I
same
hear
thing in
that.
movies.
Like, I watch a lot of things
watch-
just because I hate it, and I go,
Yeah,
boy,
I
this
hear that.
sucks.
Just to go like, oh, fuck this. This sucks.
That might be the the most disappointing and worst.
That's strong.
Because I was so
strong.
excited, man. To
We all
have
grew
the-
up with Planet of the Apes.
Dude,
We're
I
like,
had
fuck,
the movie
right on,
poster.
man.
Remember I had the movie poster over my desk at NEW?
Great, one of the
Like,
great
oh.
all-time movies at the end, at the all-time. And then at the end, I watch it and I keep looking at the end of that movie, going, what does this mean?
Yeah, what happened?
But even the Planet of the Apes series fell off. Did you ever see I forgot what it was.
The series was bad.
Making of, no, but it was, as the movies went on, they didn't have as big of a budget, and then the monkeys had just like Halloween masks on in the background and
really
stuff.
bad.
And if you look closely, you're like, oh shit.
The making of the movie.
They just had the front of the mask.
No, for real.
With an elastic.
Like the first one, they really. Huh?
The guy that goes, see, he was supposed to be Dr. Zayas
Oh, right,
in the movie.
right. Edward G. Robinson.
And the way they made the movies, they put the makeup on him because everybody thought this was going to be ridiculous. And they put the makeup on him and had him do a serious scene. And it was like, wow, this is not fucking so bad. And that movie, the details and the love of that movie, because look I'm a big Clash of the Titans fan.
Yeah.
It's coming out. They're coming out with a remake
A fucking
now.
remake, and I'm really nervous because I like stop motion animation.
Clash of the Titans was so cool.
It's a great movie.
You know what? The original Planet of the Apes still holds up.
Clash of the Titans in Dinorama.
You're looking at the costumes and the makeup, and you're like, holy shit, it still fucking holds up.
The heart
holds up.
Man, look at they did 4 movies. None of them were bad. The Conquest of the Planet of the Apes was a fucking.
I like them all.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
They all were great.
And they could have remade all of them if they didn't fuck up.
Fuck.
Yeah,
why was it so bad?
Because that idiot.
Because some pompous asshole thought he could reinvent the thing.
It's fucking.
They were able to reinvent the Batman series.
I remember.
Got to give it to them for
They
that.
made it darker.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
And so
It's
they
evil.
were thinking, all right, I'm just going to reinvent this fucking Planet of the Apes. You didn't have to.
Yeah, Batman sucked. If you watch the Batman movies now, you see the ice is shaking because it's plastic when they go by. It's like, ugh, how do I even fucking like this?
You think the Jack Nicholson holds up?
Jack Nicholson holds up, but
cartoony.
Heath Ledger fucking...
Yeah,
I don't even think of that shit anymore.
He killed the series, I think.
Yeah, he was fucking the
How
shit.
do you make another one after
He just he redefined
the Joker?
And
he
Jack
popped up
Nicholson.
into the top 5 movie villains of all time, I would say.
Fuck it.
Pop right up in
Easy.
I think
he's not number 1. He didn't take over Hannibal Lecter. I don't think he took over Clubber Lang from Rocky 3.
You like the guy from No Country for Old Men?
Shigar?
That was a good fucking film.
Great to watch, but not in the top 5 villains of all time. I think Barnes is in the top 5.
Yeah, Barnes is
I think
great.
the Joker's in the top 5. And I think
Damn, yeah. Wow, that's tough.
I would say Hannibal Lecter, Barnes, Sergeant Barnes.
But he wasn't a bad guy. He wasn't a villain.
Sergeant
Hannibal
Barnes.
Hannibal Lecter wasn't a villain. He was actually a good guy. The villain was Buffalo Bill.
Really? He ate faces?
Yeah, but he
hung the guy on the fucking thing.
But you didn't like that guy. He was an asshole. You didn't like
I
either
see
one
what
of
you're
them.
saying. I see what you're saying.
You liked
He
Hannibal
was
Lecter.
the guy from fucking Rambo.
Yeah, but he wasn't. He was.
No, he always plays a douche.
The cop, yeah, that he fucking...
No, the cop was
hung up and splayed out.
Oh, that was
wasn't
on
it?
number 2. On number 2, yeah. Yeah, no, Hannibal Lecter wasn't a villain, dude.
I would say Hannibal Lecter's gotta be. He's a villain. He's a villain.
He's not a villain. He's a fucking.
All right.
You like him.
We have come to the end of the show.
Oh, damn. I was trying to think of good villains.
Joker's in the top 5.
We can still do the villain thing.
Yeah.
I'm just
He's
trying
winding
to
it
think
down.
and should have one.
What's the last?
Fucking, I don't know where this fits in, but it just popped in my head. Motherfucking Mr. White from Reservoir Dogs. What a scumbag.
Yeah, he's bad. Yeah.
Michael Madsen?
Michael Madsen was
fucking
pretty
cocksucker.
fucking bad, man. He was pretty fucking bad. Come on, with that cop in the chair.
No, he was. I'm thinking the top 5.
Yeah,
He's a great villain. It's just like Shigar. He's a great villain, but you can't put him.
Yeah, top
5 worse. I mean,
but
the
who else
motherfuckers
is
you hate. The Warden from Shawshank Redemption, just a piece of shit.
What about the guy from the Green
Salvation
Mile?
lies within.
The guy from the
Percy.
Green Mile. That motherfucker.
Fucking Percy.
Who played that? Sam Rockwell.
No, Sam Rockwell was the prisoner.
Crazy prisoner guy.
Yeah.
Percy was the guy that was like, he wanted the Francois Delacroix.
Yeah.
Oh,
You are
shit.
sentenced to death.
I know you're talking about that guy. And he plays a douche. He's another one that plays a douche.
Yeah.
Just like Michael Rooker always plays a racist. Greatest racist in movie history. Michael Rooker, from the guy that played he was in Mississippi Burning. He always played
racist guy.
a raging, frothing at the mouth, country racist.
All right, they're coming in now. De Niro and Cape Fear.
No, not a top five.
Okay.
Not a top
Really?
five.
You don't think
no.
fucking De Niro?
He was
Cape
great,
Fear?
but not a top five.
Darth Vader, the obvious.
Nah.
Coming in? No?
Nope.
Nah, that's silly.
I know why people say,
Cartoony.
but it's an all-time. But no,
You need someone ruthless.
I mean, really
It's ruthless.
Yeah, really
fucking
bad.
ruthless.
Really, really bad. I mean, really good and bad. I mean, the Joker was brutal, and if it was a rated R movie, he would have been.
Patrice, you might have to move Heath Ledger up. He's top 5 right now, but you might have to move him up.
He might be 3
Might be
because he's
a
not
little
going to go.
higher.
He's not going to be higher than
We
Barnes.
haven't even picked fucking 5 yet.
Barnes is
I know.
It was
That's
pick
why you
2.
moved
I'm telling
Heath
you,
Ledger up.
Mr. T is Clubber Lang, man. That kept him. I think that he's one of the all-time great movie villains.
Yeah, he was
is
good at
Clubber
that.
Lang. Hey,
damn.
woman. Hey, woman. Hey, woman. You want a real man? He just was brutal.
Come on, my place. I'll show you.
That made
real
every fucking white guy go, motherfucker. Motherfucker. He's gonna fuck a what?
Clubber Lang was genius.
Oh, you just pictured him on fucking Adrian.
fucking
Just big Mr. Teacock.
Yeah.
Got one from Tommy in Brooklyn.
Drinking some fucking Colt 45 while he's fucking her.
Got one from Tommy from Brooklyn. I'm gonna give you a little question here. Female.
All right.
Someone to think about. Female villain. Tommy came up with in Brooklyn.
That was an all-timer?
Could be an all-timer. You got to think out of the box a little bit, slightly. Female.
Kathy Bates in Misery.
Oh shit, that's a good one.
What a fucking.
There you go, Ed.
Huge.
There you go.
Bad.
Shit. She might be in the top 10.
Hobble.
Top 5.
Fucking.
Top 5?
Dude, she name one more. Dude, she hobbled the motherfucker twice. Fucking said, no, you're staying.
Shit.
And then
that might be.
But didn't she?
Yeah,
What else did she do? She did something else too.
Let me tell you though, Tommy Brooklyn came up with Nurse Ratched.
Nurse Ratched.
She was a cunt.
She's a cunt. She's a cunt.
Top cunt of all
She
time.
was a cunt. She wasn't villainous. She was just what people are. She wasn't internally evil. It wasn't like.
Yeah, you need like evilness.
It wasn't
and ruthless.
evil.
Yeah.
It's
Kathy
ruthlessness.
Bates evil, yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, no remorse, just evilness
and she was void. Of evil.
What's her
she
name?
was void of it though. But
Glenn
she was
Close in fucking what's that movie?
No.
That fucking crazy bitch.
Psycho bitches don't get top.
No,
She's a psycho. She's a psycho bitch.
She was a psycho.
Wait a minute. There's cunt, psycho bitch, and then evil villain.
Evil villain. Kathy Bates was
You have to
scary.
break it up with women. You have to
You can break it up with guys. We did. That's why we didn't give Darth Vader.
You can't give a guy. Who's the top cunt guy?
Well, we said Darth Vader because he's not a cunt. He's cartoony.
Blowing up planets.
He's not a cunt.
He was cartoony.
Right, he blew up a planet.
He wasn't like, oh wow, this guy scares me to death.
Darth Vader's just aggravating.
I feel like I'm missing something. I'm about to go home.
I know. I
You know
really
what?
do
But
feel
Patrice,
like
you're back tomorrow. I mean, Bobby, you come back tomorrow too.
All right, everyone, do your homework
if you want. It's up to you.
Find your.
And let's we'll continue the discussion. I do want to tell everybody that Bob Kelly and Patrice are doing a show together. I did not know this until today.
Ebony and Ivory.
This is pretty fucking cool.
What an asshole.
They're calling it. Who came up with the name Comedy on the Edge?
What's it called?
Not us.
I didn't think
Not
so.
us.
I didn't think so.
Some guy who don't know.
You don't need to name what it is. Comedy
Watch
on the
out.
Edge with Bob Kelly and Patrice O'Neal. You don't have to do that.
The crazy stylings. Oh,
all right.
Somebody that
We
don't know.
should just go there and be crystal clean and do really nice TV
Dude,
humor.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to go there and not even swear.
Where's the fucking wild, crazy?
Can I say though, because these guys, I want to do this for them here. Bob Kelly and Patrice together, that's a really solid fucking
Hell
show
yeah.
right there. Anybody else playing with you guys? Little warm-up guy or something?
MC.
All right, but you got Robert Kelly and Patrice O'Neal. I saw Robert Kelly recently warming up for Dane Cook at the Garden. Fucking had the place in stitches, man. For real.
Bobby's closing the show too, by the way, because Bobby's a big theater guy now.
Fuck you.
He's moved along, so
I ain't closing shit. Why do you always gotta? You are the funny man. You are the closer. You have more credits. You're bigger. You probably
I'm not fucking as powerful in front of a lot of people as Bobby Kelly.
You're one of the funny. You're probably the fucking top 3 funniest guys on the planet. I think you're one of my favorite comics.
Patrice and his confidence bugs me.
Patrice, no.
He walks out there, casually sits on that stool. All right. Are you guys ready? Patrice is time.
Patrice has been trying to get... Patrice wants to be the only headliner that goes up in the middle. He wants to do an hour in the middle and then have somebody go up after him.
Hey, you get 2 quality guys going on doing their little thing. But I think Bobby is
for real.
Should headline.
No, you're headlining due to your paycheck.
I like when Patrice comes out, sits down, and doesn't even start to talk.
Nah,
like most comics get right on the mic. Hey, how we doing? Patrice will sit down and look at the crowd like, all right, what do I got to deal with tonight?
It makes me
what assholes am I fucking dealing? Looks around.
All confident and shit.
It ain't confident.
He doesn't even have to.
I'm looking, going.
He doesn't even have to.
I gotta do 59 more minutes.
He doesn't even
look at this fucking bitch in the front. I ate her guts already.
He knows he doesn't even have to stand.
Patrice will walk. He'll walk half the crowd and then go, "Good, let's start." What?
Yeah. All right, listen.
I'm ready.
Let me get it out there because this seriously is a good show. I'm going to go to this one.
Oh God! See, now I got to say that. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Ray Fiennes in Schindler's List.
Wow.
I pardon you.
Wow.
That
he was just shooting people out the window.
He'd wake up in the morning and go, shoot a couple of Jews.
But does that count since Nazis are already the most fucked up people
he was above and beyond bad fucking Nazi. Like, there were Nazis looking at him like, wow,
God damn, you're
even some of the German shepherds were like, dude, this guy's
like
fucking
anybody
nuts.
who plays Hitler would be one of the worst villains in a movie. But Ray Fiennes was fucking Ralph or Ray? Ralph Fiennes.
It's like Ralph, Rafe. I just say Ray Fiennes.
We gotta have one more great movie villain before we get out of here.
All right.
Pardon you.
I got another cunt. Homeless Jim on Twitter writes, top 5 villain is the witch from Wizard of Oz. Some poor schmuck was married to that and had to fuck it.
Someone else is being as smart as and saying top 5 villains, Abraham Lincoln.
Shit. He's fucking racist.
I'm gonna try to get your plug out because this really is a good show. I'm gonna go. I think we all should meet at this show and have a nice party weekend. It's Bob Kelly and Patrice. Ignore that stupid comedy on the edge shit. It's Saturday, March 6th. Zanadu. Zanadu at Trump Taj Mahal.
Nice.
In Atlantic City. So come on.
So save $1. It's $25.50 to get in.
Yeah.
Save $1 a day.
Yep.
You know, once they get in there, I know times are tough, but
dude,
you know, just
fucking book a room in advance and let's have a party. Bob Kelly, Patrice O'Neal, Xanadu, Trump,
don't
Taj
say
Mahal.
if you don't mean it. Why don't you come through?
Place
Anthony will be there, but he won't be coming to see us perform.
Place your bets. I'm like, oh fuck, I missed the show. I'm still at the blackjack table.
Patrice, I will be there. Bobby, I will be there. This is a good show. March 6th.
Come through.
Saturday. Tickets $25.50 on sale now through Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster.com or 1-800-736-1420. Yeah. It's a perfect place for the Philly and the New York crowd to meet.
Come on through.
Perfect. All right.
All right, man.
Thank you very much.
Patrice will be back tomorrow. Gallagher will be here. Maybe Bobby. We'll see.
Is Gallagher coming in?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I might come in and just lie on the couch and listen.
I heard y'all talking about Gallagher.
Huh?
Really?
I heard y'all talking about Gallagher.
Let's do it tomorrow, Patrice. We'll start the show tomorrow. You
It's crazy,
about
but he's
Gallagher.
fucking. There's something
I heard
about
you
him.
guys talking about him. I heard you guys.
We love him.
Yeah,
I heard it was great.
Yeah, I don't know
love
what to make
listening
of him,
to
though.
him. We love watching him. He's a lunatic.
But if
Wasn't
you
he
turn
on the
his
phone with us one time? He's insane, right?
Like, I'm not sitting there as he's going off. I'm not sitting here laughing my balls off or anything. Occasionally I'll chuckle, but I'm just looking at him like, what the fuck is this lunatic talking about?
And does he still have that Hulk Hogan hair? Like he just...
But he gave up on the hat.
So he's just walking around with Hulk Hogan hair?
Shit.
Now it's more like fucking
You're gonna love him
Larry
tomorrow.
from the Three Stooges.
Crypt Keeper?
Yeah.
You're going to love him tomorrow.
It's frizzed up a
I
bit.
want to follow him around for one day. I want to know what he does after he's done with the radio.
You might be able to
He had a
resurrect.
pocket full of change. I bet he's outside with a cup somewhere.
He bragged that he took a subway or a train from JFK with his mallet.
He got his mallet with him.
He's got dirty hands.
He stays in shitty motels and hotels. He don't care.
There he is.
But he did. He said some shit that made sense, man. He makes sense. Some shit pops out of his mouth. You're like, what the fuck?
Patrice, you don't have to say.
Patrice,
you don't have to say
we just depressed Patrice again.
You don't have to say
Patrice came in kind of feeling all.
You don't have to say the guy's still right
had a great time, and then right at the end, it's
sharp. He's sharp. Still sharp now.
Big time. And full of energy, and he only has 80% of his heart working.
Yeah, but his fucking the way he talks, it's hypnotic. You just wind up staring like, what the fuck is it?
Yeah, because you're like, what the fuck?
I'm telling you, he's talked about people know him for his horseshit watermelons and all of that shit. But that motherfucker used to talk about world issues.
Profound.
A lot deeper than that watermelon shit.
But his name Gallagher is like it's like being called, come onto the stage, Fruity Pebble with his fucking magic wands, and then he's like, hey man, life used to be fucking, and you go, this guy's great,
he's
but
talking
he just
some real shit.
Why is he mashing watermelons in front of my face?
It was a punchline for Ant and I over the years too. When someone would call in and make Ant do a voice or something, I'm like, yeah, it's squash the watermelon,
smash the watermelon,
smash the watermelon. Go ahead.
It's like, yeah, thanks. No, I won't be doing that.
Yeah,
you really don't. You really don't want to do what you're told to do. It's like you go,
really.
Do that thing, boy.
Do that.
Tomorrow he won't be smashing anything, and he'll be great. He'll be great.
So the plastic was up in here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everywhere.
I got a video.
Did he smash it like? I gotta buy it.
Nah, he did it like he was doing it for the first time.
And
God bless him.
He did it with
God
love.
fucking bless him.
He did it with love.
He did.
Absolutely.
And he knew everything when he smashed it. He goes, "This one ain't gonna go good." Bam. He goes, "This is a good one." Bam. Like he knew the shit that really flies out and the stuff that just kind of crumbles off the table.
He got mad at some of the stuff we bought.
Yeah,
like,
because over the years he just knows what smashes
and then he goes, if you break it in half, it'll smash good for you. I got a video.
Fucking genius.
I got a video on my YouTube channel, Opie Radio,
the physics
from yesterday.
behind it.
Him smashing shit. If you want to check it out.
And last thing I got to say about World today. What happened to goddamn the great? Are you renting the studio or the guitarist, the bum guitarist?
Oh yeah, he's getting plenty.
We haven't given up on him.
Plenty of
the
play.
video is up to 600,000 views, word of mouth.
It's huge, right?
Dude, didn't even hit any websites. It's just word of mouth for the most part.
Yeah,
and Alt Nation here at Sirius XM is playing the version of Creep and getting a nice response. So it's still growing.
And he's somewhere just fucking flinging his own shit in the air somewhere.
He's somewhere cold right now.
Janine's pointing out the fact that you just said, "Where's the bum guitarist?" I just read it. It's like the bum guitarist.
That's it.
That is fantastic.
But dude, that thing is still fucking happening.
Did you see that?
The guy, the homeless guy,
doing Creep.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good,
man.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Opie's Eye is getting a lot of hits. Sometimes I get on there, it'd be a lot. Some will be like, some will be like 3, and then some will be like 800 million.
Yeah, you never know what sticks. It's the weirdest thing.
People are gonna start wanting. Hey, dude,
shit.
can I get on the fucking Opie Eye? Can I do an episode?
Hit or miss.
Hit or miss.
Opie Eye.
Opie Eye.
Yeah, me and Ant I want to shoot guns with Ant for Opie's Eye.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
When the fuck are we doing that?
We gotta wait till fucking warm weather because the indoor range doesn't like videotaping stuff. I got yelled at.
I don't want to leave yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, you got a whole show tomorrow with us.
I'm lonely already. I don't want to.
And this Sirius XM. Oh, man, that Patrice. I'm like, yeah, well.
How come they don't call me? What's going on?
Because they don't have any money or something. It's bullshit.
I'd rather.
They're like, oh, we got to do something with Patrice. I'm like, really?
Yeah, but they should say.
I've been telling Patrice that for 5 years.
Like, shit.
Get some money together, and Patrice will fucking do a show for you. And
I'd
kick
rather
ass.
come in for free when I'm fucking when I'm asked to, as opposed to.
I'm embarrassed to tell you what they say at this point because it's all empty promises for the last 5 years we do.
My own
Empty fucking promises.
I make that deal I heard they do with people. They make them get their own sponsors.
Oh yeah, like infomercials.
You're better.
What?
Way better
Fucking
than that.
get
yeah, it's like
let other hacks do that. You're way better than
condoms, hookers.
You pay you pay them.
I could do
and
this.
Then you come in and you sell.
I could do this. Let's sell some tickets. Bob Kelly and Patrice. March 6th, Zanadu, Trump Taj Mahal, Taj Mahal, Jesus.
Where'd you get that jacket?
Tickets on sale now through Ticketmaster.com. We'll see you tomorrow, Patrice.
Hey, thanks a lot. And remember, Bobby's headlining that gig.
Listen, I'm not headlining. Patrice, I'm not going to disappoint a bunch. They want to come and see you.
But just in case you're not back, Gotham Comedy Club all weekend starting tonight.
Tonight, yep, all the way through Sunday. Gotham, New York City.
You're at Gotham.
Sorry about that. We should have got more of those
Headlining
plugs
at
out.
Gotham like he will be at the
You're
Taj
fucking
Mahal.
headlining, dude. There's no way.
We're just babbling. Just hit the break.